Hello.
Danielira.
Hello, Kakiro. How are you?
How are you, Danielira?
I'm good.
How's your bag? We're leaving tomorrow.
It's I'm super nervous
Hmm?
because it takes me time to have everything prepared.
Yeah? So it's all ready, I'm feeling.
No, I have nothing.
Nothing.
You know that. Know that I have nothing prepared.
Hmm.
And yeah, here
You're
we
um
are.
you have been
Streaming
infected with
a day before.
my virus.
Well, I mean, we wanted to do the live stream, so one's for the others.
Unas por otras.
Sí.
Oh. I mean, you could say that we have had ample time to do
No,
the, you know,
no, I can't say that.
we don't have to blame it on the stream.
No. I'm not blaming it on the stream. I mean, I said that we wanted to do the live stream, both of
Yes.
us. But the thing is that I didn't realize
Hmm.
we were traveling until I went to dinner with my family. I didn't realize the date we were traveling. So
Okay.
that was like, was it
Well, you knew that
Monday?
we were traveling,
No,
but
I knew, but I don't know why in my head it was the 8th. So I was
8.
like,
Oh, one more
yeah,
week?
yeah,
No,
I don't know
no.
why, but I was like, I have a lot of time. We're good. And here we are. It's not the 8th, but the 2nd.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if
yeah.
you had to, is it that traumatic? Like, if you had to do your bags
Oh no,
super quickly,
no, I
how long would it take you to do like a good job, like putting everything you want to put in, putting everything in, being careful? Like, how long would it take you? But you have to be very quick. How long would
no,
that
I
take
think
you?
I could do it in an hour. If I
Okay.
only had an hour, I could do it in an hour. The problem is that
So that's your
maybe
best time?
yeah, maybe I would have some things missing. Maybe less. I mean, if you tell me we have to leave the house in 15 minutes,
Okay.
then I would just rush and put things
Yeah,
in my
that's what I'm trying to
bag.
get to. Like, what's your best? What would be your best time?
The thing is that I wouldn't call it my best because it would be my worst luggage packed
You think
ever.
so?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I think it would take me
No, you? 1
five
minute
5 minutes.
until you open the zipper.
5 minutes, and I think I can do as as good enough of a job as if you had given me 2 hours.
Yeah, not me. No.
Because I have to put the same shirts. So shirts, um, black shirts
Number of days.
times no, well, no. I mean 1 week, and we have to do laundry
Mm-hmm.
that weekend. So black shirts times 1 week, the same for underwear and socks.
Underwear for 1 week?
Yeah,
I'm gonna pack underwear for 2 weeks. And then
I
I'm
mean
gonna
I'll
do laundry
I'll
here.
do laundry. No, I'd much rather do laundry there.
And are
It'll
you
dry
sure that we're
every
gonna be
time.
able to do laundry there?
Yeah, there's always like a laundry. There's always like a washing machine, and we have to hang it up. I showed you a picture. Like I hung all my clothes on the railing of the bed. I
Mm-hmm.
had like one of those bed frames.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did one day was on the weekend I did my laundry, and then my bed was like this with all my shirts and socks and boxer shorts, and I just left that for like a day with the window cracked open, and it was so hot. It just in the afternoon everything was dry. Everything was dry. So yeah, that doesn't bother me. Washing? No, no.
No,
I
me
mean, it's
neither.
great. It's
But I
great to have like 2 weeks worth of clothes, but no, I don't want to carry 2 weeks worth of clothes.
that's why we're different.
Yeah, yeah.
So
To me, there's like, can I wash my clothes? Yes. Okay, great. Yeah, and this is like a lot. I could have done like 3 days and just a couple more washes. So, and I told people, I remember last time, I was like, you guys are going to see me with the same shirts.
you have a lot of
Don't
black
worry.
shirts.
It's
They're
just the same
different, yeah.
shirt. It's not one shirt. It's just the same shirt. But I have
No,
many of them. The
it's
same
not
type of
one
shirt.
shirt. It's the same shirt.
Well,
No,
it's the same type of shirt.
yeah, it's like the same model,
So
but you bought 20.
I have to do that. I only put one pair of shoes, so the ones I'm wearing. I never ever travel with more. I don't do fancy stuff, so I don't need like dress shoes or anything like that. Um, so that and in the bag I have to put paint, brushes, and palette. Maybe palette is not really.
Salad maybe.
Yeah, palette is a maybe because I could carry that on my bag on
Oh
my
yeah, in your,
backpack.
yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, this is 5 minutes. This is 5 minutes. I think I'm
No.
gonna do mine tomorrow.
So for me, it would be my clothes and
I don't know if we have a big enough page for you.
The amazing Vaughn was saying, "I'm with Danny. 2 weeks of clothes here." So,
Oh no,
yeah.
I can't. No,
So
it's unnecessary.
I mean, I don't carry. I mean, I repeat my skirts or shorts or
Oh, shorts. I forgot
whatever.
shorts. Yeah, like
So if
three
that
shorts.
was your list,
3 pairs of shorts.
you wouldn't have anything to wear in the lower part of your body
Well, boxer shorts.
because of the. You would be in boxers.
It's Rome. Nobody would care. I feel.
Do like giving a workshop in underwear?
Well, I would say.
No.
Well, you know,
No.
we're
No,
looking
no,
at
no.
naked people, so
No.
I'm just a bridge. I'm bridging that gap.
So I'm not gonna carry like 2 weeks worth of pants or skirts or shorts.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna carry a couple, but I feel comfortable having shirts for all the days. So I would carry 15 shirts
Jesus Christ.
or less because I have dresses, and the dresses I can wear them twice. But the thing is that I don't like repeating like the upper part of my clothes.
Yeah.
If it's super warm outside,
Yeah.
like if it's super hot, I mean I sweat and I can't wear a sweating shirt.
Yeah, but we're gonna wash clothes.
Yeah, so maybe that's gonna be my bag.
Okay.
I have crazy sensible skin, so I have to carry my face and body skincare.
Yeah, that's like a whole bag.
Yeah, but you
I mean,
know
it's pretty
me.
amazing. No.
No, and you know me, and you know that when I've tried to travel without that,
I have
it's-
never seen you traveling without that.
no,
so.
you have. Remember when I went to Disney with you? That's why I got that, because I was like an inflamed
Yeah.
human being. Like I was weirdly inflamed because of the soap we were using.
Weirdlyinflamed.com.
No, that's
I mean, yeah, maybe people go to that for something else.
yeah, like medical advice.
Well,
Weirdly inflamed?
you could give out some medical advice.
Me?
Hmm.
Well,
Doctor is in.
and yeah, so I always carry my skincare. I carry shoes
Yeah.
because I know for you it's like if you could say shoe, like a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
For me, it's like shoes. So I'm gonna carry at least like sneakers and sandals, so I
Okay.
can switch to them. I need to carry a lot of sunscreen
Okay, but that's like
because I'm like no, because I carry my body sunscreen, my face sunscreen, and my reapplication sunscreen,
Jesus Christ.
which sounds weird,
A
but I
little
need
bit.
them all.
Okay.
So, and underwear for every single day.
I
And
mean,
I
thank God your
think
bag is
that's
not
it.
my bag.
And I think that's it. No.
We have
I mean,
established that
when
the
you travel
difference between
to,
my bag and yours is about 5 kilos, maybe?
not when we come back.
Oh, when we come back, it's about 8 or 9.
No, because I feel yours too. sometimes if
It
I buy things.
it's oh yeah. I always tell you just put it in mine. Just
Yeah.
come on.
But that's
Stop
a
it.
good thing. I mean, imagine if we both traveled with a lot of things. We
Um
wouldn't have room for buying
no, but that wouldn't
souvenirs.
I have a feeling that that wouldn't be me. Like
No, that's why I'm saying that that's why it's perfect between you and me. Because we both have uh, super different luggage necessities, let's say.
yeah.
So, yeah. No, but I think you're exaggerating. I mean, I don't carry that much. I've
I
seen
wasn't
people. No, 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 because you were saying that if I did a list, it wouldn't fit the paper. And I don't think,
I mean,
because
you
I
could
mean,
probably write that big, so type 6.
I've seen crazy big luggage.
Yeah, there's people that are that, they really exaggerate.
I even remember when I was a kid and my mom traveled with us, she could bring like a whole pharmacy in her bag.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was like, this is if they have a headache, but this is if they got a back ache.
Yeah.
This is if they get a flu.
Yeah. A lot
This
of aches
is,
in there.
yeah, look, like a ton of things. And I remember my dad was always like, so we're not going to the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's
We're
gotta
only
be
going to be gone this
pharmacies.
afternoon, by the way.
And it's like, it's gonna be
It's a block
pharmacies
away.
all around, so we can buy everything. But no. So yeah. No, but I have to as soon as we end the stream,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start packing. Because I feel more comfortable like that. I don't like to feel that I have to rush my things. I just I don't like it.
Oh, no. I mean, you still have plenty of time, so.
Not as much as I wanted, but yeah. The thing is that I always do like a mental preparation for for traveling.
Oh, this is like an Olympic athlete for
No,
you.
because I do a lot of lists, so I love like 2 days before doing a list.
Yeah, but that's
So I know that maybe if I remember something I'm missing, I could add it to the list.
oh, and there's no time for that now.
So exactly. So no, but I mean it's fine. It's fine.
Doesn't sound fine, but
Marcelo Peralta was saying hi, Danico. Hi,
Mm.
chat. Hey, Marcelo, how are you? María Caqueiro Forero Díaz dice hello, hello, ¿cómo van? Hola, Caqueiro. Muy bien, ¿y tú? ¿Cómo va el trabajo hoy, Cacaito? Margo
hello,
Delgado
Caquero.
dice buonasera.
Ya casi, ya casi.
Ya casi buonasera, ¿no? Ya es buonasera acá.
Mm, sí,
Era un
no, que
chiste,
ya
era
casi
un
nos
chiste,
vamos
era
a
un chiste.
referir
Sí, yo no,
a
a mí
ella
todo se me va a olvidar.
como cera.
No, sí, yo voy a decir hola, cera.
Mm,
Sí, me voy a poner nerviosa y me va a bloquear.
no.
Javi Hav was saying happy Friday. Saludos a todos. Hey Javi, how are you?
Hey, have you have?
Pairgineros
Mm,
dice hola muchachos. Jair Piñeros dice hola Dani, Nico y chat. Es muy curioso que ellos siempre
Ser
se conectan
multitasking, sí.
como a la misma hora, ¿no?
Yo nunca
Pair
los
y
he visto.
Yanir. Pair y Jair.
Yo nunca los he
Se
visto en el
deberían-
mismo sitio al mismo tiempo.
No, ¿sabes?
No.
Sí. Se deberían conocer. Creo que se llevarían bien.
Creo que uno está en Colombia y el otro no, entonces por eso viajaron
No, uno viajó súper cómodo y el otro le fue terrible en el viaje, entonces
viajaron
sí.
a conocerse.
La dualidad. Emilio Sorni dice, hola, buenas tardes a todos. Hola, Emilio. Catherine was saying, hi, everyone. Hey, Catherine.
Hey, Catherine.
How are you? The Constlich was saying, da hola.
Okay.
Oh, and they were saying, hola, Annie, new hair color. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, it's been red for
A week?
a week.
I think so.
A little bit more than a week, maybe.
Not
think so.
sure, but I think it's a week.
Mm,
I mean, we did that painting, so I did that painting of you the
But
day.
was it the day? No.
Yeah, it was the day because you went in the morning.
Because it was June 21, I see here.
For the painting?
No, for the hair.
Oh, check. You can check. It was the same day for the painting. I'm pretty
June
sure.
21. So yeah, more than a week now. Mm,
How are you feeling? Already used to it, or
yeah, I like it. The thing is that I'm seeing that
seeing red?
I'm already kind of getting my roots, my natural
Nice.
color roots. No, I don't like that.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah, so let's see when you did the painting. So YouTube content, live streams. Mm, you did it. No, you did it the 22 because you did it for our anniversary,
Oh.
and it was one day after.
After.
Yeah,
So that day we didn't stream. Then.
that day we didn't stream.
Oh, that's maybe
No,
what
we
I.
did. We did. You did the guitarrón.
What?
Yeah.
And you were redhead there?
Yeah.
Hmm. Maybe that makes.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm seeing.
No. I'm trying to make
stating
sense of
the
it. No.
fact.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sense of because I remember taking you those pictures with sun, which would mean that it would have to be like a morning/midday photo.
Yeah. No, I even remember I was in the window
But
of
then
the
it was the
kitchen
day after.
after.
Okay, the morning after.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but I'm feeling. I like it. I
Well,
like it a lot.
it took.
I feel it's
It
cool.
took a bit to get here, but
No, it's.
you're here.
I think it's always like that. I mean, it's while you get used to, or at least that's what happens with me.
Yeah.
Like while I get used to seeing myself like that. Something happened super funny. The first weekend I got my hair dyed. We went to the mall, and there was a mirror in when we were looking for a gift for my dad. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
I
I
told
remember.
you.
I remember. Yes.
And I was looking because they had some glasses. So I was looking at the glasses, and then I looked, and I didn't realize there was a mirror, and I was like I didn't. For a minute, I forgot that now I had red hair. So it was funny.
Who is that person? You said.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Ugh.
Like a
Hate her
tiny,
hair.
tiny second. Yeah, it's like Jairan Pair.
Mm.
Like, who is he? Pair Gineros dice, no creo, Dani, ese man Jair no me da buena espina.
Ya somos dos.
Sí, sí, mejor Pair que Jair. Catherine was saying, hi everyone.
Hey, Catherine.
Pair Gineros dice, are you guys going on a trip? Yes, we're traveling tomorrow because Nicolas is teaching a workshop in Rome for 2 weeks. So we're going to be there for 2 weeks. Marcelo Baralta was saying, hey, did you two read Red Flicks? Not pressing the matter, just curious. No,
not yet. Not yet.
but I have to say, I looked for the book and it was sold out in the store we always go to
Yeah.
buy the things. So we have to order it online. But we have to. I mean, I even have everything like a tab open, like a safe tab, is it?
Mm-hmm. Like a
With-
favorite.
Exactly, with the link of the book. So we have to. Catherine Kenny was saying, hey, everybody. Hey, Catherine.
I think we said hi to Catherine or
No,
to
to
Catherine.
Catherine.
Okay.
Catherine, not
we always
Catherine.
get Catherine and Catherine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I always say Catherine Kenny. Because we also have Catherine.
Kenny.
No, only Catherine. Let me try to translate.
Somebody's asking something?
Yeah. Well, somebody's saying something.
Mm-hmm. Could you give it a shot?
No, because it's not in.
Oh, it's Cyrillic or?
Yeah, it's in Russian.
Yep.
So according to Google Translate, they were saying hello.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I think it doesn't translate all the things. So they were saying hello. So hello. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, they wrote a ton and it just says hello.
yeah, they wrote three things, and it says
Hi.
Timur, hello, mug, muggies. Uh, so I think that this is a terrible translation, but I'm gonna read what it says.
Okay, let's go.
The second message says, "Ride a tractor and a rabbit, and here's an artist for you."
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, terrible work with the Google Translate. I'm sorry for that. Uh,
Made perfect sense. I don't know why. I don't know what you're saying.
and it's not ride, but write. Write a tractor and a rabbit,
Yeah,
and here's an artist for you.
that's like haiku. That's awesome. Actually, I have no idea. I've never done haikus. Do you know? Have you ever
No,
done? Never
what's
done
that?
it. It's not Japanese like poetry,
Oh, no, no, no.
but it has to have like certain there's like certain numbering that you have to follow.
Mm,
So there are things that can be and there are things that can't be.
I
And the
like
people
that.
that are really into it, they know how to recognize that super quickly. I've never been like that much into it, so I don't even try to um to recognize what it is that I have to look for. So
Mm, Liat was saying, "Where are you going?"
we're going to Rome. So
Yes.
this would be my third year doing the Rome workshops with David Simon. He's the organizer of those. Um, if things go well, hopefully we can do this next year also. They are awesome workshops. I guess, the painting part of the workshop, it is obviously it is the relevant part of the workshop because everyone that is there wants to be there to paint. But the cool part of the workshop is just that it's a painting vacation. And
Mm.
David is an amazing, he coordinates everything incredibly, incredibly well. He's an incredible host. He's an amazing guide. He's super knowledgeable. He lived there. He has done these workshops for, I don't know, I think 10 years maybe or more than that. Um, so he's got all the logistics worked out. He's always trying to be on top of things. I think he really is as good a planner as you could ever ask for something that's so complex as a workshop overseas. He provides housing for the people that need housing. A lot of people, they just do their own thing. They just look for either hotels or Airbnbs. But he helps out. If you want to be alone, you can be in a room by yourself, or if you want to be with roommates, there's also that possibility. So there's a ton of coordination, and he does it, again, as good as I've ever seen anyone do something as complex. But the cool thing is, it's 2 weeks, and we not only paint every day, but we also go to specific museums. So it's very, very cool. I had to play tour guide last year because they were only letting maximum number of people going into museums and galleries at a time. So we had to split groups. So I had to be the tour guide for my group,
Mm-hmm.
and I was very, very nervous because I was like, I didn't know that was going to be something I had to do.
So you didn't prepare.
Yeah, no, no, no. This was like when we got there, they told us, no, you can't, like, that's too many people, only, 10 people per group. So David was like, okay, so you take your group. And I was like, but we have like microphone things, like the little headphone and microphone things. So I was like, oh, Jesus, now I have to do this. So, I remember on the first trip, like I talked as much as I could from the knowledge that I do have. But then I realized, okay, maybe this is going to be true for every single gallery that we go to, for every single museum that we go to. So I did the responsible thing, which was I read up. I started reading and reading as
Well, but the
much as I
first
could at
time
nights.
was not irresponsible. It's
No, no,
just
we
that
didn't
you had
know.
no idea.
Yeah, and I
So,
told them I was like super sincere. For example, when we went to the Borghese,
hmm,
where Bernini is,
hmm,
like David is a figurative sculpture. He's a sculptor. I'm sorry, he's a fantastic sculptor. So I can only speak about Bernini from as a fan and as an artist, but I can't speak about somebody who has, for example, like David, carved something
hmm.
and modeled something. So uh, his words are so much more valuable than mine when we're looking at sculpture. So I did my best. And what we ended up talking a lot about was that there was Damien Hirst's show at the Borghese at the same time, we were looking at the permanent collection, and it was super cool. It was super cool to try to like navigate what was going on, such um, superficial contemporary kind of sculpture against, one of the maybe top three sculptors ever. So, so it was very, very fun to say, okay, we can't speak about that, but as artists, we can speak about these things. So it was very fun. And then, then I read up and I tried to do as good a job as I could with the being the guide in the other spaces. But yeah, so hopefully, hopefully this year that's gonna be all David though, because if not, then I have to read up again. I mean, I'm gonna remember tons of stuff, but I would have to go and look at my notes.
Um,
So, but what I was trying to say is that it's not only so it's yes, it is a painting workshop, but it really is like a whole Roman experience. So, um, there's so much more to us just painting that it makes the painting like a wonderful moment to say, okay, we have to be disciplined, but then when we go out on trips, on like little museum trips, it just feels like, oh, this is so cool. But then you go to a museum and then you go back and you're super depressed because you saw amazing art, and then you look at your painting and you're like, yeah, this is not fun anymore. But it's amazing. I love doing these. Hopefully we'll do well enough that next year there's going to be more people interested. It is a pricey experience, I would say. So I could totally understand that it's not for everyone, because it requires tickets and 2 weeks stay.
and it's Rome again.
And
So,
Rome, yeah, it's euros. So if you're in the US, it's euros, with the dollar, every time getting like cheaper.
oh, and if you're Colombian, it's
Oh,
like
for us, it's terrible. Yeah,
euros,
for
which
us,
is
it's
like,
terrible. For us, any other currency is horrible. For us,
yeah.
spending any other currency is just absolutely horrendous. So yeah, but it's amazing. But I really really enjoy doing these workshops. And last year um we had planned for Danny to come accompany me.
Well, we thought about that even in
Oh, 2020,
2020
but 2020 had to be canceled.
canceled. Yeah, but remember that you were like, buy the tickets.
Yeah.
And it was weird because I told you, no, I have to buy them more like when we are closer to that date. And then, I mean, we all know what happened then. So flights were canceled, everything was canceled. And last year, yeah, I was gonna go there because I've never been in Rome. And um, Colombia was in the list of countries that couldn't enter to Italy. So,
By then we had like better records
yeah, then
than
Italy.
than Italy,
Yeah, I
but for
remember
some reason we were like,
in the list. Yeah.
no, you're in the red list, so you can't. So
Yeah.
what I had to do was, I actually, because I'm American, I actually had to go to the US, stay in the US for a day, for a night, and then take another flight. It couldn't be a connection.
Mhm.
I had to take another flight from the US to Rome,
And enter with your American
and fly as
passport.
an American, because
Yeah.
Americans were okay. I mean, I had to take COVID tests. I had to do a bunch of COVID stuff, but I was able to kind of
find your way.
No. To fill the requirements. That's
Uh-huh.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah. I
And it was
couldn't,
all
so
okay. But Danny coming from here, there was just no way that they would even sell her a ticket. Like she couldn't even get a ticket.
yeah.
So we were like, oh God, that's another year that you can't. But we said, okay, next year, if things are getting better, like we have to do this. And as soon as we knew that things were getting better, I asked David if he could get instead of just my tickets, if he could get also Danny's and put Danny in every single museum trip and everything that we were going to do as a group. That if he could do that, and then just we would cross all those expenses at the end, and David was like super cool. He was like, of course, yeah, that's awesome, and he got our tickets. So
Yeah.
so we're very excited. We're probably going to be staying with Hollis Albert.
No, that's how you call it.
Yeah,
Call him.
with Hollis Dunlap.
You call him without calling him.
Oh, he
It's
doesn't
not
know.
like you say, hey,
No, I said
Hollis
no. I
Albert.
do it
No.
in a loving, fun way here.
Mm-hmm.
But because last year I stayed with Sean. This year it's I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Well, not entirely sure, but I think it's gonna be Hollis.
Mm-hmm.
So that's nice. We share like an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have our own room, but we share an apartment.
Yes.
But it's very cool. It's a
I'm
very
super
very cool
excited,
experience.
nervous, and excited.
Oh, you'll see.
And
Rome is
nervous and
something.
excited.
I mean, it's a place in the world that looks like no other place in the world. So
Yeah, but for example, for me, I mean, I haven't been to Madrid before, and it was like a different thing.
Oh,
I mean,
word, yeah.
Yeah, it's just so different. So, I mean, I had that experience just like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to get to know Rome. So I'm just like super excited because I've already had the Madrid experience and I know that they're super different.
Very different.
But the thing is that Europe cities are very different from Latin American cities.
Oh,
So
yes.
I had my first taste
Not
of
from
of a Europe city.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we've been to Menorca before,
Yeah.
but it's different. I mean, I loved Menorca so much.
Yeah, but
But
it's an
It's
island.
an island,
Yeah.
exactly. And we were talking yesterday about the number of the population. So it's
Oh,
very
90, yeah.
different.
90,000 people. That's
Exactly.
a
To
small
compare,
town. That's a very small town.
yeah, to compare Menorca, like Menorca's experience
Yeah.
to Madrid, for example.
Oh, no,
It's like
yeah.
crazy different. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, no, it's really something.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I went there, and it's always going to be with me that first time. It just everything seemed like you're traveling in time. It's
Mhm.
amazing.
Like a movie?
Well, you described it as a movie. You described Madrid as a movie, but Madrid is just like a big European city, and you're right. They all feel different. All of them, they feel quite different. If you go to Paris, it's going to feel different. So you can't just group them all and say, oh, this is just another European city,
Mhm.
because not really. They really have their own character, and you can tell as soon as you get in there.
Yeah.
As soon as you get into the train station, of that big city, you step out and you're like, oh, this is different.
Mhm.
But Rome, I'm guessing it's like going to Athens or going to like
Yeah. Like a time capsule.
Istanbul or going to Morocco.
Yeah.
It just feels different.
Yeah.
It just really feels different. So
Yeah, and I'm excited because I mean you're gonna be teaching, and I think I'm gonna go walking
yeah,
and knowing the city by foot.
yeah.
And I really enjoyed when we did that together in Madrid.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
But I think it's gonna be different because I'm gonna be doing that alone.
Yeah.
But it's still amazing. So
Oh, it's awesome.
I'm super excited about that. I've already charged my headphones
Yeah, you put your headphones.
and walk.
You have
Gelato.
SIM card, or
How do
we
I
could
say water?
aqua.
Aqua, gelato.
Yeah, that's it. Your two basic food
Yeah.
groups: water and ice cream,
Bene. Yeah.
and
I was
and
gonna say
pasta if you
perfect, but
want.
I don't
Yeah,
know how to say
and
perfect. So
pasta. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're good.
yeah. I was even thinking to bring my water bottle, but I was gonna
Oh,
ask you. I don't know if
do you know what Rome is famous for?
water fountains. Yeah, but you know that I love cold water. Because I
Oh,
mean,
it's pretty. I
if it's
mean,
gonna be like crazy hot.
no, 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 no. The water that comes out of the
No, 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 no. The weather. If the
yeah,
weather, is gonna be crazy hot, I would love to be able to drink water whenever I want.
yeah, you can. So that's what I
So.
was gonna say. Rome is very famous because I think it's one of the first, if not the first aqueduct was built in Rome.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible. You can actually see it, still. Um, and so they knew how to get water way up there. They were amazing, like engineers,
Mm-hmm.
and what that gave them is like this water system that you have to have. It has to be a running fountain. It can't be like a still fountain.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you go to I don't know, Fontana il Tritone or Fontana de Trevi. You can't just go to
No,
and go
no,
there and take a water bottle and just
no,
like put it in and then
no. I would never do
no,
that.
that's
Come
not
on.
cool. That's not good.
No.
But you're gonna see spouts throughout all of Rome that are like constantly, um,
Pouring water.
water is constantly flowing
Flowing.
from those
Yeah.
spouts, and you can actually take your water bottle and fill that up, and then you're totally fine. It's drinkable water. It's potable.
Mm.
Potable? No,
No.
I don't think that's the word.
Drinkable.
Yeah. So yeah, so you're good. So if you don't have your euro bottle of water, and never buy them off the street, because I think what they do off the people
They
that buy
just
in the
fill them
street,
up. Yeah.
yeah, they just buy bottles
Yeah,
and
I
they
know
fill them
that.
up and they like put caps on them and try to sell them as so
Try to sell them as
as
what?
new as new as if they were
Okay.
new, but clearly.
Because
And
you would like try to
yeah,
sell them as
and
stylish.
if it's a particularly hot day, you know, the water
Yeah.
bottle that they were already
€4.
selling overpriced for like two now is like five.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah.
and people buy these. If they sell them, is because people buy them.
Yeah, but I know this about the aqueduct, and that's why I wanted to
Oh,
carry
bring
my
your
own
yeah.
water bottle.
What I
The
do is
thing
I
is that
usually
I
buy
don't,
one and
and
then I
you
just keep it in
reuse
the
it.
bag, like a plastic one.
And do you know when you enter museums, do they
Well, you
make you
can't drink.
throw the? Yeah, but maybe because I'm thinking
Mm,
if I have like a water bottle I bought, I'm
yeah.
good with throwing that. But if it's my own water bottle, like I wouldn't want to throw that.
It's best for those trips to not. I mean, purses they never make
People,
women. Well, it's usually women. So, but yeah, man purse, you can have a man purse, but they never ask for women to put their purses on lockers. But I
mm-hmm,
know that if you have like a backpack like me, that you always have to put it in a locker.
mm-hmm.
But that's why I never. If I know there's a museum trip, I just don't carry anything.
Yeah, because also I don't feel okay buying a plastic water bottle every time I go
No,
out
no, no. I would always
to
just keep
walk.
one bottle. One. I
So
mean, you can buy a pack. They usually sell them as a pack, like a 6-pack
I think I'm
for
gonna,
like €1 or like,
yeah,
€2.
but I think I'm gonna carry my bottle.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. So let's see.
By the way, I'm painting today. It seems like it's a 19th century painting.
Oh, Sergi Arts was asking quién es el fellow artist.
Yeah,
So
so this is one of the sculptors that we really
adore.
really admire. 'Cause
Yeah.
we both think that he's an absolute genius.
He's, yeah.
We were so lucky to be able to have a piece of his.
I mean, I could bring it, but
Oh, it's too big, I feel.
maybe I could fit it in this
Maybe
camera.
in the end we can
At the
show
end?
it.
Okay.
Yeah, at the end we can show it.
It's like my precious, ¿cómo se dice?
My precious.
Yeah, but
I
not
don't know
my
why, but
precious,
that's-
pero como mi,
I don't know.
bien preciado.
Treasured.
My
treasured. I forget.
precious.
Yeah.
My treasured precious.
So, who is this? Daniel Ura.
This is the amazing wood sculpture artist Fernando Rosas.
Yeah. So, and he has a show right now. So we can
Of
promo the
course.
show.
So,
We can plug the show that he's having. So this would be for people. I'm not really sure where it is. So I want to say Buenos Aires, but he's from Argentina, by the
mhm.
way. Uh, Sadly, it's very, very difficult to buy internationally stuff from Argentina.
Mhm.
You know, it being such a big city, it's probably like the most European city in all of South America.
Mhm.
I don't know why stuff like this would be difficult for them. I mean, for us, it's a little expensive because it is, because we have to FedEx stuff. But there's so much international market, you know, in Colombia in terms of like the art market. There's a ton of art that is bought internationally in Colombia. So I don't know why Argentina is just so difficult because, or maybe this is good for us because if it was a little bit easier, we would probably have like four more sculptures. We would
Yeah.
probably be like, I don't know why the money's just not. Yeah,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah, why is the bank calling? Because we're
Yeah,
in debt.
where's my phone? Oh, it's underneath the fifth sculpture.
Yeah. No, but I don't see the show here because I wanted to share the link.
So let me see. You maybe if you go into my oh, it's his stories. It's in his stories.
Okay, so
Oh, it's in
in
Mendoza.
Mendoza,
Yeah, okay.
Museo Carlos Alonso.
So it's up north.
Yeah.
But, you know, if maybe you're in Argentina close to Mendoza
So
and you want to
tomorrow,
travel
Friday.
and
Yeah.
drink some amazing wine, or maybe if you've been thinking, I should go on a wine trip, and you've always wanted to go to Argentina to taste some wine, some great wine, maybe now is the time. And maybe you have some extra money lying on the side and you want to carry back a sculpture with you, carry a sculpture back with you.
Well,
I
if
mean,
you
it's
had
gonna
to
be
carry
tough.
the one we have,
Well,
it's
I didn't
like,
have to, but the friend of Camila's
yeah.
did that amazing favor for
Camila
us.
is amazing. I mean,
Yeah, Camila and her friend,
yeah.
both
Yeah, yeah,
incredibly kind people.
yeah. So I'm gonna put the Instagram of Fernando.
Yeah.
So today's portrait. No, so today we're painting the amazing Fernando Rosas. Instagram Fernando. There you go. So I'm gonna pin that message, and maybe you could say the same in Spanish if maybe someone's in Argentina.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, because we haven't. Yesterday we did a whole Spanish
No, but we've
cast.
said something in Spanish today.
Today, yeah, I
Hola
forget.
Margo, I think.
Para los que nos están escuchando en español, eh, estamos pintando a Fernando Rosas, que es un escultor argentino increíble.
Ujú.
Él creo que es de Mendoza, creo que es como
Sí,
nativo de
sí, sí,
Mendoza.
sí, acá
No,
dice.
no sé cómo se dirá, cuál será el gentilicio de Mendoza. Los mendozanos, mendocenses,
A ver, gentilicio
los
Mendoza.
mendozos,
Mendocino.
mendocino. Entonces, él es mendocino. eh, eh, es un escultor, o sea, es tan buen escultor como yo he visto a cualquier escultor de madera. O sea, es un monstruo,
Ujú.
es un animal, es
Impresionante.
impresionante lo que hace. Em, lo que decía era que es como un poquito triste que no sea más accesible el mercado argentino, el mercado,
Que-
digamos, para las personas que estén comprando internacionalmente, que no sea como un poco más fácil.
Ujú.
Mm, Porque sí creo que hay, o el costo es increíblemente alto,
Sí, el problema yo creo que es el
mm,
costo, sobre
o,
todo.
o las regulaciones que existen sobre la exportación de bienes de culturales, digamos, es muy alta también. Entonces, como que no, a la gente todas esas cosas las, o sea, si se siente que hay como tantos requisitos por cumplir que parecieran innecesarios, como que la gente se aburre mucho y no lo hace. Creo que Camila nos ha dicho que es que el costo es muy alto,
Sí, sí, sí.
que es que el costo, además del costo ser muy alto, también es difícil.
Mm.
Entonces, lástima porque, bueno, de pronto eso lo hace Argentina también para que normalmente la gente que quiere, los países que quieren proteger o estimular el consumo local, pues hacen eso.
Ujú.
Vuelven como ese tipo de transacciones como mucho más difíciles de hacer para que la gente se acostumbre como a comprar argentino, o sea, que la gente argentina compre
Sí,
artistas
como
argentinos y no salga,
promover
sí, no esté
la
saliendo a
creación
comprar
argentina.
arte, o sea, si quieren comprar arte no vayan a, qué sé yo, o sea, cualquier otro país, cualquiera que sea, iba a decir países, pero la verdad da la misma en Sudamérica, eh, que vayan a cualquier otro país a comprar artes. Es como más bien, hey, apoya a sus artesanos, apoya a sus artistas. eh, pero yo creo que hoy en día el mundo, pues, no sé, o sea, el mundo ha cambiado mucho y el mercado de arte en particular, como para no contemplar que se puedan tomar algunas medidas que hagan que sea un poquitico más accesible.
Además, también se priva al resto del mundo de poder acceder a las obras de esos artistas, porque no es solamente como que en Argentina estén incentivando el consumo de arte producido por argentinos,
Sí,
sino que pues los que crean cosas en Argentina les queda casi imposible mandarlas por fuera. Entonces, pues es muy complicado porque entonces el mercado tiene que ser como un mercado súper sólido en Argentina y si no, no hay cómo comercializarlo
sí,
por fuera.
exacto. Si tuviera, o sea, si los artistas dijeran, yo supongo, si yo estoy trabajando como en un mercado local y el mercado local es súper saludable, yo
Mm.
diría, pues la verdad es que a nosotros nos va súper bien vendiendo
Acá, sí,
acá
¿para qué?
buenos precios, podemos vivir tranquilos, las galerías de pronto tienen subsidios, o
Mm,
sea, todo ese montonón de cosas que pueden hacerse para proteger el mercado,
ujú.
pero yo no sé si ese sea el caso, o sea, yo no sé si culturalmente Argentina tiene muchísimas ayudas, si hay muchos
Y
premios.
es que igual yo diría que por más sano que pueda ser el mercado del arte, limitarlo a una sola zona
Mm,
pues complica terrible, porque es que no es como que haya 100 artistas y esos 100 artistas tienen que tener un mercado estable. O sea,
sí,
el número es mucho más grande y siempre sigue creciendo
sí,
entre más y más artistas empiezan a sacar su obra para la venta. Entonces es súper difícil que todos esos artistas encuentren en ese mismo lugar un mercado estable.
sí, sí, exacto. Em, Curioso, pero de pronto pues personas que estén en Argentina nos puedan como ilustrar un poquitico más al
Sí,
respecto,
sí,
porque,
sí.
o sea, el juicio que en particular, por ejemplo, yo cuando estaba tratando de coordinar con Fernando el pago de la escultura, pues era, mm, era curioso porque era súper difícil. eh, Porque yo le decía, bueno, ¿cómo te puedo pagar? Te puedo hacer como una transferencia, pero las transferencias son complejas cuando entra una moneda extranjera. Entonces uno dice, bueno, pero ¿cómo más? Y averiguamos y yo le dije, pues te puedo mandar por Western Union la plata.
Sí.
Que eso es como, pues, o sea, hay otras maneras que pueden ser mucho más como eficientes de hacerlo, pero y en donde no se pierda tanto dinero haciendo la transferencia, pero pues bueno, Western Union funciona. O sea, la verdad es que ese tipo de cosas funcionan, así pues le cobren a uno un porcentaje alto, funciona. O sea, si yo mando plata, él va a una oficina y con su tarjeta de identidad, su cédula, su documento de identificación y la recoge y recibe el dinero y listo. O sea, no hay, la verdad no hay problema. Pero esa fue la manera como al final tuvimos que hacer el pago, pero después decíamos, bueno, ¿y cómo hacemos el envío? Porque él puso a mirar cuáles eran los costos o los requisitos del envío y él me decía como, no, esto,
Y todo esto yo no tenía ni idea,
sí, no,
porque
no,
era un
no, todo
regalo
lo
para mi
estábamos
cumpleaños.
haciendo calladitos. Y yo tratando además de que pudiéramos hacerlo para cumplir con la fecha.
Además, perdón, es que no estamos hablando de una escultura como del formato de pronto que yo hago, que de pronto es más fácil de enviar porque son más pequeños. Esta escultura
Es
es
grande, o
súper,
sea,
es
no, no es,
grande,
es mediana, diría
pues,
yo.
pero para lo que nosotros normalmente conseguimos
Ah,
es
sí, no,
grande,
no, para sí,
es pesada,
sí,
entonces eso dificulta aún más el envío, yo creo. O sea, si los
todo,
envíos
sí.
ya son complicados allá, imagínate enviar esa.
Sí, sí, sí. No, ahí sí.
Por el peso es muy complicado.
Camila y su amiga fueron.
Lo máximo.
Es que Camila además dijo sí antes de ver la escultura.
Sí.
Entonces, después de que se dio cuenta cuál era el tamaño de la escultura,
Ay, lástima, Camila no está acá
Camila
ahorita,
fue tan
creo.
amable que no dijo no.
Y
O sea,
después dijo, ¿en qué me metí? Yo
sí,
me imagino
debió
ya.
tener su momento de decir, pero yo qué estoy haciendo, estas
Sí,
personas yo ni las conozco.
sí, 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 ay, pero Camila divina, de verdad.
Sí.
Y por eso siempre decimos que gracias a Camila, esa escultura logró llegar a Colombia, porque ella
Ah,
le
sí.
dijo a su amiga y nos hizo el favor de, nos
Curiosamente,
hicieron
su
las dos el
amiga
favor
tenía ya vínculos también con Colombia, entonces,
e iba a
o sea, fue
viajar.
una cosa como súper, estuvimos muy de buenas,
Ujú.
muy, muy de buenas, la verdad.
Sí, y esa es la vez que yo he contado que Nicolás me dijo que iba a ir por mi regalo de cumpleaños, pero que
No, por
necesitaba...
algo, creo.
No, 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 porque eso era como 2 días antes de mi cumpleaños o una semana antes. Me dijiste, voy a ir por tu regalo de cumpleaños, pero necesito que yo te dije, no, no me digas y tú no, pero es que necesito que me digas dónde están las maletas y yo las maletas y tú sí, la de viaje. Y yo decía, ¿qué? ¿La maleta de viaje? Y yo te la di y te fuiste con la maleta vacía en un taxi y
¿Sí?
después volviste. O sea, y
Sí, eso no, no parecía una transacción
yo decía, ¿qué está
legal.
trayendo? ¿Qué va a traer en un...? Yo dije, no, no tenía, la verdad no tenía ni idea. Yo dije, ¿quién
Sí,
sabe qué
qué animal
compró?
exótico, salvaje. Yo habría y era una guacamaya.
No, pobrecita,
No,
no
¿qué
me
tal?
gustaría
¿Cómo
una
te ocurre?
guacamaya.
No,
¿Qué te pasa? La,
no, no, no.
la saco a la libertad. Bueno, pero acá no, pobrecita. La llevo a un lugar donde la puedan llevar a ser libre de nuevo. So,
Salió costoso el regalo, me salió costosa la
no,
guacamaya.
pues, pero ¿quién te manda a traer una guacamaya a Bogotá? Que de hecho, que aclarando, por si de pronto alguien se acaba de conectar, no, no fue una guacamaya.
No, ¿cómo se les ocurre?
Buraki was saying, where is he from? Argentina. The artist we're no, Nicolas's painting is from Argentina. And the artist that's painting, if maybe you're new, is Nicolas Uribe. So, hey, say hey.
Hey,
He's from, he was born in Madison, Wisconsin,
oh
but
God,
he's
we're getting the
Colombian.
whole.
He's from Colombia, and I am Daniela. I'm Nicolas' partner. We're both artists, and I'm from Colombia. And we live in Colombia. And tomorrow we're traveling.
Oh Jesus, that's
A little
favorite
summary.
favorite color.
Red. Yours?
I don't know if I have one. It has to be
You
gray
always
or
say
blue or
blue.
black.
Yeah, you always say
Gray
blue.
or blue or black for sure.
For me, red, black, and yellow.
What? Really?
Yeah?
Yellow.
Yeah, I love yellow.
Well, Bob because of
Maybe.
SpongeBob.
Maybe. I
I
don't
was I was gonna call him Bob.
know. Because of Bob.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know why in my mind I was like Bob.
um, Sergi Arts dice, hola, ¿cómo están? Nicole Liro y Daniel Lira.
So,
Hola, Sergi.
hola Zergy.
Sergi Liro. Javier Ugarte Espinosa dice, desde Chile, hola a todos. Hola,
Hola Javier.
Javier. Daniela Barrera dice, hola a todos, también desde Chile.
Qué bueno.
Dos amigos chilenos acá, entonces tenemos a Javier y a
Mm.
Daniela.
Eso sí, no creo que se conozcan. Chile es grande. A
Eh,
diferencia de Canarias. Ahí
eh,
me escribió un comentario Luis, creo que se llama. En el post ahí burlándose un poquito también el de mi comentario que todos se conocían en Canarias.
tu post te sales en tu perfil, mi coco.
Dime.
Que es que te bajaste por donde no era.
Bajé por donde no era.
Sí.
A ver, ¿dónde está? Sí, Luis del Pino Pérez.
Ah, Luis del Pino, sí.
Entonces Luis le dio risa.
Sí.
Que me mandaban saludos los 13. Los 13 de Canarias. Suena bien, los 13 de Canarias.
Noel C. dice saludos gente, los agarré temprano. Sí, sí, sí. Espero que haya sido por la campanita. ¿Cierto, Noel?
Y no de suerte.
The Constlich was saying very important. When in Rome, do as the Romans.
Yes, that's the saying.
So I have no idea.
You had never heard that?
No, yeah, I've heard, but I'm always like, so what?
Well, that you know, you have to behave like them. When in Rome, that's the shorter version of that saying.
Mm-hmm.
So when in Rome usually means like, okay, if that's what they're doing here, then I'm not gonna fight it. I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm just gonna do as everyone is doing.
Gary Roblero dice arriba Guatemala.
Bueno,
arriba.
Sí, también sí. A los
Hola Gary.
Amigos, hermanos centroamericanos.
Pairgineros dice, yo hice una bobadita para ustedes y pensaba de pronto salir a tomar un cafecito con ustedes para dárselas, pero ustedes se van.
Sí.
¿Tiene un P.O. Box o algo así donde pueda enviar la bobadita?
Para ir y nosotros volvemos en una semana. ¿Usted se va?
¿Hasta cuándo se queda para ir? Me encanta que dijiste, para ir. Sí, porque es para ir, ¿no? No es ya ir.
Es para ir.
O sea, si quedamos con para ir, toca saludar a para ir, no a Yair.
No, yo a Jair no, la verdad no tengo nada que decirle. A menos de que Jair también nos haya traído algo.
Jair dice, ¿cuánto cuesta? Lo que Pair no sabe es que él es solo un figmento de mi imaginación, jajaja, parcialmente creado por Dani. O de pronto Jair es el fragmento de la imaginación. Y el verdadero es Pair.
Pero no nos dijo si se va.
No, es que esto lo había dicho antes, o sea, todavía no ha respondido. Liad was saying, I wish I could afford a Rome workshop. Marcelo Peralta was saying, I write high keys on haikus? Because it says K-A-I-S.
Yeah, maybe it's just a typo.
On postcards and send them to my wife weekly. It's one of our things.
Oh, that's very nice.
Well, it started that way. Now sometimes it's a drawing.
Oh, that's very
that's super nice.
That's very nice.
Yes.
We send each other's memes.
Memes, yeah. I send you an avalanche of funny videos.
Oh yeah, when you're in your
rabbit hole.
Strange Facebook, I don't know why, but Facebook rabbit hole, yes.
Or Instagram, because now I get like the reels that are suggested to me.
Yeah, well, they're tied, so.
Are like memes. Can you call a meme if it's a video? No.
I think
funny
so.
videos?
Yeah.
Meme videos? No, because it's not
so.
a meme.
No,
because it's not something you're like copying and replicating. I don't.
I think you can. I think a video can very much so be a meme.
Meaning.
I think it's expanded.
An element of a culture or system of behavior passed from one individual to another by imitation or other non-genetic means.
Oh, Jesus.
An
that's
image, video, piece of text,
okay,
etc., typically humorous in nature, that is copied and spread rapidly by internet users, often with slight variations. So, yeah. Because it says an image, video, piece of text.
Yeah.
Text. I'm saying text. It's something weird.
No, but it has expanded, I feel.
Yeah. So, yeah, I send you meme videos.
Yeah. What's the first meme? Can you search?
Ooh.
I mean, of the modern era.
What's the first?
What was the first meme?
First meme.
I wonder if there's a way
The
to.
original meme. It's this one.
Let me see. What?
I've never seen that.
I don't remember that one either.
What does it say? What is it?
How you think you look and how you really look.
First ever meme,
Oh, okay.
1921.
No, but modern era. So that's
No,
why I
but
was
I mean,
saying.
you look for first meme and
Yeah.
look.
And that's
Just like that.
okay, but that's like yeah. But that's like when people were doing or they did that and they didn't know what they were doing.
It says how you think you look
yeah,
when
yeah.
a flashlight is taken, how you really look.
Okay, that's it's still, that's
Contemporary.
it's still very much used today, so that's pretty good.
Mm,
So maybe what was the
so
first
the
what's the
original
first
memes.
contemporary meme?
So this is an article of dictionary.com
Uh-huh.
that says the original memes before memes.
What?
So
No, but not
the
before
word
memes.
meme coined in 1976, folklore, blah blah blah.
No, but I think we're somewhere else. I want to know in the modern era. So stuff from like what is this? Maybe 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
So this one's called "What was the first meme?"
Yeah.
with help from meme historians.
Oh Jesus Christ, that's a thing.
And it says,
sure. How could it
what
not be a thing?
what was the first meme ever? An exhaustive investigation.
You know that that's somebody's thesis, like PhD thesis. So
Maybe, yeah. Um I don't know, there's like a ton
Danny,
of
what's
text.
going on? Let me see if I can find it
No,
quickly.
a lot of text. So
First contemporary meme. Oh God, I didn't even.
because it says in 1996, so no. Blah 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 blah. 59.
Baby
No.
Cha Cha Cha, also known as Dancing Baby. Maybe.
Maybe baby.
Yeah, that's the
This one.
Ally McBeal baby. Yeah. The dancing baby. I can probably see that. The first ever internet meme. Maybe? Yeah. Maybe baby.
Mm, 'cause I got a different answer.
Umber? So this one says 1996. That's pretty early.
But this one's 1990. It
Okay, but
says
there was no internet
Godwin's
there.
Law.
But there was no internet. 1990.
But it says is one of the oldest and most well-known
Well, no internet
memes
like
that is still relevant today. It's an internet adage coined by Mike Godwin in 1990.
okay, no, but that's really boring. That's not even that's a graph.
It says probability. Oh no.
No, that's not. Yeah, I think it's the baby. I'm going to say it's the baby.
Yeah.
It's a compelling argument because as soon as they said the
Compelling
baby,
argument.
well, as soon as they said the baby,
You
I was
remembered.
like, I knew the baby. I think everyone knows the dancing baby. I knew it from like Ally McBeal, which is kind of pathetic, but because I used to watch that show.
I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
It's a terrible show, but no, actually, it was funny at the beginning. And she would see these dancing babies, like she was sort of I mean, not schizophrenic, but I guess if you're seeing like dancing babies, like in a bathroom, kind of makes you a schizophrenic. But yeah, so it was like very early computer generated graphics, and she would see this baby, and I remember then when the internet started using that baby. So maybe, you know.
Mm, Jeff Acuff was saying, I was thinking it must be the fire meme. This is fine. No, but I
Oh,
think
the
that's
dog?
kind of
No,
new.
that's really new. When you said the
Yeah.
fire meme, I thought you were meaning the girl looking at the fire.
Oh, yeah, that she's like smiling.
Yeah, that one's old for sure.
Because it was the This Is Fine was in January 2013.
Yeah, that one's way newer.
I have to say I love it.
The dog? Yeah, there's
Yeah,
sculptures of that too that I love. I've wanted to get like a sculpture of
I
that.
love it.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
perfect.
Jesus. I have to. That's not
Perfection.
the black is not in the right place, and it messes me up. It should be after my blues,
Yeah.
and it's like it's killing me. It's been killing me forever.
Yeah. I'm kind of weird because if I don't have my colors in order when I paint, I can't. I mean, I have to like take a palette knife and move them always because I
Yeah.
always have them organized in a certain way. So,
Yeah. No, no, no. And I'm usually pretty good with that, but I've been neglectful.
Caqueiro
Hmm.
dice, ¿todo bien? Ya con ganas de que sean las 4 para estar libre del finde. Jeje.
Uy.
Cuando vuelven del viaje. Ah, y mira, y Pair Gineros dice, yo me devuelvo el 22 de julio. Meme is just the idea.
No, pero seguramente podemos tratar de cuadrar algo cuando lleguemos. Ahí estamos en contacto para cuadrar algo.
The Kunstlich was saying, is there a way to invite you guys to a coffee? Meaning through a payment to you? What?
Thank you.
What's coffee meaning through?
Well, sometimes people say like donations. They say buy me a cup of tea or buy me a
Oh,
coffee. Thank you. We usually what we did when we were in the first 2 years of our painted lives was to actually have giveaways of paintings with from people that donated
mm-hmm.
among people that donated. I'm sorry, and among people that bought a painting. That was a little hard to maintain because I would have to paint a lot more paintings. So it just it's a bit harder to keep up with.
And also we
Um,
had to pay for the shipping
yeah.
because
So
that's how
we would
we,
cover the shipping. So
yeah,
in all honesty, there were months that we didn't really get enough
for the
donations
shipping, yeah.
to cover shipping, but we honored just sending the painting and raffling the painting. But we will never complain about that because we obviously we do really well and people are very, very generous. Um, but yeah, we don't ask for donations to be super honest. You're very kind. You don't have to. You don't have to. We do have like a PayPal, but honestly, you don't have to send us money. Like we're okay. So thank you for wanting to buy us a coffee. If you want, you know what you can do. I mean, if you want to support us, you can buy something that we do daily. If that's a little too much, then I would just ask maybe go to like some other artists that you admire and you enjoy and try to buy something off of them. And maybe, if they're younger artists, which is what we try to look for, younger meaning you're just entering into the arts. So maybe you could be older, but you're just starting out. Or maybe you're just younger and you're naturally starting out. But usually younger artists have more affordable prices. So maybe you can find something that they do that is fits into your budget, and maybe you can buy something off of them, and that would be super cool. And it sounds weird, but doing that is also a way of supporting a lot of the things that we believe in. So thank you so much, though. Thank you.
Mm, so, uh, where was I? Um, Robin
Oh,
Zira was saying hello, Nicholas and Danny. Hey, Robin, how are you?
Ro- Robin Sita.
I have to send you an image. Just remember me.
What? She remembers you, I feel.
No, remember me after we finish the live stream because I
Remind
want to
me, remind me.
remind me
Okay.
and always remember me.
Yeah,
But
I think she'll.
remind me as soon as we finish or when you can, if you can. I mean,
So I'll remind you,
Yeah.
Danny. I think that's better because we don't know what Robin's schedule
Yeah,
looks like.
no,
So
I wasn't trying to say that.
you just wanted to
Like,
keep her like here
no, I
till
just
the
wanted to
end.
remember that I wanted to show something to Robin.
So
So,
chat, remind Danny. I'll do my best to remind her also.
mm, uh, the Kunstlich was saying, I have been trying to buy one of your paintings for quite some time, but they were always gone immediately. Who do who do I have to bribe? Cause I'd love an
Oh,
original Uribe.
oh, ask Robin for tips. Yeah. Now, if you like something that I mean, first of all, thank you so much. But if you like something, um just be extra kind of uh observant. Maybe pressing F5 to that's what I do when I want to buy stuff that I know is going to be like, hey, the drop is at 11 Pacific time. There's only going to be 10 prints of this. So what you can do is just F5 our webpage, our storefront, and I'm pretty sure that you can get a painting that way. And I'm gonna be honest, like not every single painting sells like super quickly.
Yeah.
Like usually there's more than enough time if you want to buy a painting. I'm being honest here.
So, let's see. Pairgineros dice, bueno muchachos, los dejo, me voy a una cita. Jair Piñeros dice, yo también me voy ya, chao a todos.
Uy,
Y
double date.
Y Pair dice, ese man me está siguiendo.
Ese Jair se va a confundir. Se está confundiendo mucho, yo creo.
Robin said, I lol remember. I LOL remember.
Okay.
I'm not that old. Talk them. So the constellation was saying, but I'm in Europe, so I'll have to put in an all-nighter on my F5. I'll try in my vacations.
Oh, I know.
Sofía Centurión.
Uy, la Sofi.
La Sofi. No, Doña Sofi.
Doña Sofi. Pero a ella le deben decir Sofi. Yo veo muy difícil que aún como platense no le digan Sofi si se llama Sofía.
¿Cómo le dirías tú si no es Sofi?
La Chomfi.
¿La Chomfi?
No, la Centu.
¿La Centu?
La Cinturona. La Cinturita.
Cinturón.
No, la cinturita suena como creep. Como
Cinturón.
block.
Sí.
No,
Sofía.
Sí, tú me metiste en esto. Yo estaba bien con Sofi.
Sofi dice, los voy a extrañar estas semanas. Por suerte, este mes decidí suscribirme al Patreon de Stephen Bowman.
Qué bueno.
Y wow, ya estoy haciendo un horario para poder sacarle mucho provecho.
Eso, qué chévere.
Y dice, me tengo que ir a la facu, pero les deseo lo mejor en Roma. Coman mucha pizza por mí.
Sí,
Uy.
aunque la pizza romana es como...
Pero toca.
No, sí.
¿Pasta? Toca.
Tú sabes que... no.
Es que a mí la pasta me encanta.
Es que estoy pensando si me he comido algún plato específico como de pasta. No, pues sí, he comido como raviolis o...
Ay, yo tengo que comer. Adivina qué tengo que comer yo allá.
Pene a la rabiata.
No, pene a la vodka.
Mm,
¿O será que no hay?
Estoy tratando de pensar.
¿Será que es como América?
No creo, pero estoy tratando de pensar si es un plato así súper común allá. Hay cosas más ricas, creo.
It says pene a la vodka, originally originated. Originally originated.
Oh, I wouldn't trust that
in
article.
Bologna, Italy.
Oh, okay, so it's bolognese.
No, because it's not penne bolognese. That's different.
No, that's very different, yeah.
So, eh,
Because David usually suggests a pizza place that's a Neapolitan pizza place.
mm,
That's actually even like better
10
than
out of 10.
yeah, that's
I
better
haven't tried,
than Roman pizza.
haven't tried, but 10 out of 10. Liet was saying, get one of the metal water bottles that is insulated. It'll keep the water cold all day.
Oh, Danny has that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I'm planning to carry with me. And Liet was saying, prized possession. Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Noel C. dice, acá en Puerto Rico también nos conocemos todos. Y unos ojitos abiertos. Y dice, por supuesto que fue por la campanita, jaja. Muy bien, Noel, muy bien. The artsy nurse was saying hello. Hey, the artsy nurse, how are you? Tharin20 or Tarin20 was saying cool. Jeff Akoff was saying, hola Nico y Dani desde Holanda. Estoy planificando mi viaje a Bogotá y voy a tener un sábado libre. ¿Tienen algunas recomendaciones? He visto Monserrate, pero no conozco la ciudad muy bien. Pero yo quiero saber primero qué le gusta, porque es que yo creo que el interés turístico de uno no es el mismo que el de otros. O sea,
sí.
Digamos, mi hermana ahorita acaba de llegar de un viaje, a ella la parte de la comida le encanta. O sea, como ir a conocer restaurantes, ir a tal sitio a comer, como que para ella esa es la experiencia como central. La experiencia cuando Nicolás y yo viajamos casi siempre es primero como algo que tenga que ver con arte, de pronto buscamos un museo o algo así. Si solo tenemos un día buscaríamos eso. Puede que uno diga, no, quiero conocer sobre la arquitectura, me interesa la arquitectura del lugar.
Dani y yo podemos
Entonces,
comernos un sándwich de la calle y
exacto.
quedamos perfectos.
Entonces, quiero saber cuál es lo que más le interesa turísticamente a Jeff Akoff para poderle recomendar.
Sí, porque si ya fue a Monserrate, quiere decir que ya comió también como comida, porque allá se almuerza en, ¿cómo se llama ese restaurante? Santa Clara. Seguramente fue allá a esa casa.
Porque no, pero no conoce Monserrate, o no sé, dice he visto Monserrate. De pronto es como he visto.
¿Miró para la montaña?
No, mi amor. Es que está diciendo que recomendaciones. Y dice he visto Monserrate. Entonces yo lo entendí como que en los sitios que ha buscado recomiendan Monserrate. Que yo también recomendaría Monserrate.
Sí, sí.
Pero no es como que miró por la ventana a Monserrate. O sea. Coco.
Y el dicho dice que si se ve Monserrate.
¿Qué?
Nunca no me acuerdo. No, creo que es que va a llover, algo así.
El dicho dice que si se ve Monserrate,
es que mientras estaba
diciéndolo,
mientras estaba diciéndolo, creo que me olvidé.
A ver, espera.
Que si uno ve a Monserrate va a llover.
Si no se ve, debe ser, ¿no? Porque si no se ve es que
eso
está
es lo
tapado.
raro, es que eso es lo raro en Bogotá. Sol de lluvia, un dicho de Bogotá, sol de lluvia. Son esas cosas que solo tienen sentido aquí.
¿What? Tú sabes que uno se mete a Google y siempre salen, dice people also ask, como las preguntas frecuentes.
Sí.
Primera pregunta frecuente, ¿qué pasa si voy a Monserrate con mi novio?
El que con su novio, el que con su no, ¿qué? ¿Qué? ¿Cómo es la canción?
Dice traer a San Antonio de cabeza y más agüeros. ¿Qué? Yo nunca había oído eso. En la ciudad de Bogotá existe un plan inevitable que es la subida al Cerro de Monserrate, perdón.
Sí.
Esta salida típica de los domingos y Semana Santa reúne a cientos de feligreses y turistas cada año, aunque muchos no conocen un fuerte mito que hay detrás de su recorrido. Monserrate tiene el agüero de que las parejas que visitan el Cerro de Monserrate nunca se casan e incluso al poco tiempo de subir se separan. Sin embargo, hay otros que dicen que el señor de Monserrate los separa solo si el noviazgo no les conviene. De lo contrario, los une para siempre. La mayor parte de personas no creen este mito,
No,
mientras existen los supersticiosos que por si las dudas prefieren evitar este plan.
no, le dieron
No,
a uno la razón perfecta para no sacar a la novia. Es como, ay, vamos. No, no, no,
tengo
oye,
que ir
no.
sola. Es que no puedes ir
No, no,
conmigo,
no.
Nicolás, sí.
¿Para qué tentar al destino?
Eh,
El que en Bogotá no ha ido con su novia a Monserrate. Es la canción. No ha ido con su novia a
el que en
Monserrate.
Bogotá no
El que
hay...
en Bogotá no ha ido. Sí, el que en Bogotá no ha ido con su novia a Monserrate. No sabe lo que es.
Ah, espérate porque creo que
No
lo
sabe lo
encontré.
que es. No me la ni tener con chocolate.
A ver. ¿En quién?
Esa es la de yo soy el cucarachero y tú la cucaracherita.
¿Sí?
Ujú.
¿Y yo por qué no me acuerdo de esa parte?
Es mi amor tan grande que parecen dos, que parecen cuatro, lo juro por
A ver.
Dios.
El que en Bogotá no ha ido con su novia a Monserrate
Mate.
no sabe lo que es canela ni
Ni,
tamal con
ni tamal con
chocolate.
chocolate.
Oye, chinita
No.
querida, de la Alborada Lucero,
Ujú.
si tú me dejas por otro,
Del
del
guayabo
guayabo
yo me
yo me
muero.
muero. Ujú. Mm,
¿Será que es que lo deja por otro porque subió con ella a Monserrate? What?
uy,
Oye, yo no sabía
el
eso. Yo nunca
mito.
le oí a mi mamá decir como que las parejas terminaban
Pues como
si
así, y
subían en
mis
Monserrate.
papás fueron una cantidad de
Mm,
veces y llevan
Todavía hay tiempo.
30 años. Julia Tovar dice, hola, llegué en plena serenata de Nicolás.
No, pero muy mal. Yo cantaba eso mejor cuando chiquito, creo, cuando se la oía a mi mamá todo el tiempo.
Eh, Cacaíto dice, dicen que si uno va a Monserrate con el novio, no te casas con esa persona. El San Antonio de cabeza y amarrado es para conseguir marido, jaja. Lo acabo de ver en Betty la Fea. ¿Qué, Cacaíto? El San Antonio de cabeza y amarrado es para conseguir marido. O sea, una figura de un San Antonio de cabeza y
Pues esa es la
amarrado.
canción también. Tengo al San Antonio puesto de cabeza.
Sí, es que ya,
También. Estamos hoy
a
y era
ver,
para eso.
espera.
Yo la verdad no sabía. Yo pensaba que San Antonio, yo pensaba que San Antonio le podía, uno le ofrecía cosas a San Antonio, o sea, en la casa de mi mamá hay un San Antonio como del siglo, yo no sé cuándo,
Y es
pero
gigante además.
sí es.
Imagínate ese de cabeza y amarrado. Uy,
Tengo
no,
al
qué
San
susto.
Antonio puesto de cabeza, es la canción. Tengo al San Antonio puesto de cabeza. Pero, pero yo pensaba que era como para pedir algo, como que era cuando uno pedía algo.
A ver, de Chayanne.
Pues la canción.
Es palo, 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 palo bonito. Oye, ¿sabes quién se la sabría? Santi, se la sabe toda.
Todas las de Chayanne,
No, esa
lo
palo
criaron
bonito.
con Chayanne.
A ver, dice, tengo a San Antonio puesto de cabeza. Si no me da novia, nadie lo endereza.
Ay, juepucha, entonces sí.
Sí.
No, yo sabía que mi papá lo tenía antes en el trabajo, pues en la oficina de él, y le ponían era billetes de la lotería entre los dedos.
Oye, mira esto, por favor. Cuando uno no sabe qué más escribir en una canción.
Ajá.
Enero, febrero, ay, marzo, abril y mayo son los 5 meses primeros del año.
¿Esa es la canción de Chayanne?
Sí. Dice, oiga, San Antonio, a mí me gusta esa. Si está acompañada, pues no me interesa. Enero, febrero, ay, marzo, abril y mayo son los 5 meses primeros del año.
¿Qué es eso?
Un fact.
No,
Ahí.
sí.
No sabía qué más
Jue madre,
poner. Sí.
qué.
¿Qué pongo? Sí, pues sí. Sí, me suena. Dejemos eso.
Póngale, póngale.
Eh, a ver. Eh,
Pero eso debe tener su como filosofía. O sea, como es una canción tan popular, porque
ujú.
esa canción era
Palo, palo,
súper
palo, palo,
popular,
bonito, palo, ¿eh?
sí. Fíjate que tú te acuerdas del coro perfecto.
Sí. Pues
Eh,
además porque la escuché con Santi hace unos días porque le encanta.
pero fíjate que de pronto dicen, no, pues pongamos algo para que la gente se acuerde así no le importa. Es que la gente cuando canta canciones, yo creo que o sea, el 80% de la gente que canta canciones como que ni se da cuenta de la
de lo
letra
que dice,
realmente.
sí.
Seguramente hay gente que es como, no, esa letra. Pero yo creo que las canciones que son súper populares, hay gente que las canta y
Eh, Road dice, sí, Dani, una figura de San Antonio. Jajaja. Dicen que las mamás lo guardan amarrado en el closet para buscarle marido a las hijas. La mamá de Betty la Fea lo tenía así. Uy, ni idea.
no,
No, en mi casa no.
en mi casa que está full San Antonio, o sea, de iglesia de hace como
Pero es que
tres
de nuevo,
siglos.
ese de cabeza se necesita como
No, una
una
grúa.
grúa, sí,
Sí,
para ponerlo de cabeza.
llamé a la grúa para que me ayude.
No, mi amor, y además, perdóname. Si yo hubiera ido a visitarte y veo un San Antonio así gigante, o sea, una estatua
Mm,
más alta que yo, de cabeza amarrado,
Sal corriendo,
uy, sí, me
sal,
asusto.
o
Yo
sea,
digo, ¿qué es esta vaina?
sal y
¿En
grita.
dónde
Sal
estoy? Sí.
gritando
No, 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 no.
y todo pueblito está afuera con antorchas.
Em, Julia dice, jaja, ¿alguno de los dos ha hecho alguna vez cosas de actuación en el colegio o la U o algo? No,
No, yo no.
nunca.
Yo
Mm,
todavía me da rabia porque me acuerdo es de cuando era chiqui, como estaba en quinto de primaria, me acuerdo, porque me acuerdo del profesor y ese profesor lo estuvo en quinto. Y yo era todo responsable, yo era un ñoño. O sea, yo todavía en mil cosas en la vida sigo siendo re ñoño. Y, y me tocaba, teníamos una obra de teatro y tocaba aprenderse todo. Yo era un personaje, me acuerdo que era como de un marinero o algo así, yo no me acuerdo. Y tocaba aprenderse todo para un día. Y yo no sé por qué se me pasó, o sea, se me pasó y yo me acuerdo que llegó un man que estaba en el colegio, que se llamaba además Martín de Michelis, era argentino.
no, pues lo echaste al agua.
Había llegado, estuvo un año en el colegio, un
Pobre
año nomás.
Martín de Michelis, de pronto estaba acá conectado y dice, ah,
No, yo creo que no. Yo creo que
pucha,
de
¿era él?
Michelis, o como le decían
¿Era
los de
este?
educación física, de Michelis, no, él no, no creo. No creo que nuestras vidas estén conectadas. Pero me acuerdo que él llegó súper preparado porque él también era reñoño. Él era como ñoñito y era bueno jugando básquet, me acuerdo. Y
¿Pero de qué vas?
llegó como con un sombrero, como con una chaqueta, como un traje, todo listo. Y me dijo como, bueno, ¿y usted se aprendió su parte? Y yo, jueputa. Y
Nicolás.
no, pues qué pena, pero ese literalmente fue mi reacción. Y entonces traté como lo más rápido que pude así en los 5 minutos. No, pero eran como 8 páginas. O sea,
No.
no había manera, no había manera. Entonces, tengo ese recuerdo de que me tocaba actuar
Y lo-
y fue de esas cosas que empezamos como con los primeros 3 párrafos, no, los primeros 3 renglones y bien, y después yo era como, no, pues yo no me sé nada. O sea, claramente no me sé nada.
Pobre tu amigo, él
Sí,
llevó
entonces
su
le
sombrero.
fue mal a él por culpa mía, me acuerdo.
No, fatal.
Y yo me acuerdo que el profe me miró como con una decepción
Y además muy
absoluta.
curioso porque tú eras súper aplicado. O sea, no es como que de rebelde no te ibas a aprender algo.
No, era lo único, lo único que he tenido en mi vida es ser responsable. Nunca he tenido más virtudes. Entonces, por eso
¿Qué es eso tan feo que dices?
el profe me miró como disappointed.
Margo dice, San Antonio es el patrón de los amores imposibles.
No, pero
Y Julia dice, me parece que los dos tienen talento en actuación. Gracias, Julia. Y es que Julia ha hecho cursos. Quiero, quiero que nos explique de dónde ve nuestro potencial,
mm,
Julia. ¿De dónde viene ese análisis? Liad was saying, Nicolas, say hi to Dresden, my cat. My cat.
oh,
He's
nice.
watching you paint.
Oh, Dresden. Very nice. So, I guess we share some German, at some point. Well, my grandfather was from Milheim, and I know that Dresden got bombed, like destroyed, and I think Milheim got absolutely destroyed. So maybe, we share the rubble that was Dresden and Mulheim 70 years ago. So, yeah.
Mm, uh, let's see. Jeff Akoff said arrabbiata and a heart.
Yeah.
That's a very good sauce for.
I
That's a very good.
not my favorites,
I
but
like it.
yes.
Margo dice spaghetti carbonara. Es que a mí toda la pasta me parece muy rica. Pero, tagliatelle, no sé si se dice así,
Mm-hmm.
al teléfono.
Yeah.
Yo siempre digo tagliatelle al teléfono, pero, o sea, no sé si esa es como pronunciación colombiana del, ¿cómo se le dice a ese tipo de pasta?
Mm.
Y pene a la vodka. Pero mi favorita es pene a la vodka. Increíble.
Sí, sabes que no recuerdo haberlo visto. O sea, de pronto sí, pero no sé por qué mentalmente nunca, como hice nota de pronto sí, y no tiene nada de raro. O sea, de pronto.
Catherine Kenny was saying, Nicolas,
Yes.
when you were oil painting in your sketchbooks, did
Yes.
the dried pages stick together?
Yes.
Did you have to put a barrier, like tracing paper, between the pages?
Oh, we used to have videos, Catherine, of the pages really stuck together and
And
me
they
just kind
sound
of
like,
like ripping them
yeah,
out. Like,
yeah.
but they never really ripped with the painting that was they never took the paint, like chipped the paint off of the other painting. So
Yeah,
it
because
was
they never like glued to each other.
no, I mean it was pretty I mean, it was pretty scary, but after some point I realized that it was just gonna happen and I got less scared of it happening. So
Sergi Arts dice, Nicolás, ¿hay alguna marca de pinceles que recomiendes? Nada más que he usado en mi vida los básicos baratos que venden en mi tienda local de arte, pero a lo mejor me gustaría probar otros, quizá comprando por internet. Y otra pregunta, ¿cómo se llama el pincel de cerda que usas muchas veces para poner mucha pintura y crear textura con las marcas?
mm,
Parece lengua de
ujú.
gato, pero tiene otra forma, creo.
No, este de pronto es que hay dos viejitos. Tengo este que era un flat, que era un plano, un poquito más largo. No es un bright, que los brights son muy cortitos. Entonces, pero no es sí, es un long flat, o sea, es plano largo. Estos son de rosemary. Entonces, estos seguramente Sergi los puede conseguir más o menos. Yo creo que debe poderlos conseguir porque Rosemary creo que tiene problemas es enviando a Estados Unidos porque ya está en el Reino Unido, pero de pronto para ustedes pues no es tan grave. Entonces, este es el plano y este era el lengua de gato. Y ambos sí, cogen mucha pintura y la depositan súper bonito. Este era así. Entonces, para que conozca al antes, después. O sea, así se vuelven en mis manos los pinceles. Son muy chéveres. Puede puede también comprar de cerda natural, si quiere, Sergi, como de cerda de marrano, pues. Que esos son muy buenos. Yo tenía de Da Vinci Maestro. Los de cerda natural, eh, Da Vinci Maestro son muy chéveres también. Y esos son, digamos, los tradicionales de cerda que uno coge harta pintura y la deposita. Pinceles naturales de Marta o de cerdas como súper suaves, puede buscar Skoda. Pues usted, creo que Sergi es catalán, ¿no? Pues bueno, no sé, Sergi creo que está en Barcelona, pero no sé si sea catalán, entonces qué pena si me equivoqué en eso. Pero Skoda es catalán, entonces puede buscar pinceles de ellos. Son costosos, pero son muy, muy bonitos también. ¿Qué otro pincel? ¿Qué otras cosas? Porque ¿qué es español? Titán es pintura, pero ellos no tienen pinceles, no. Mm, no sé qué otros pinceles hay en España. No sé. Hmm. Y los que usa, por ejemplo, Sean, que son los que usa. ¿Quién más usa? Natalia Fabia usa Trekel. Sean, por ahí he visto a más gente que usa Trekel, pero no me acuerdo quién más. Esos son chéveres, son bien chéveres. Esos sí son gringos, entonces tocaría pedirlos a Estados Unidos. Trekel es Trekel. Sean dice a mí, sin que me tuviera, o sea, él sin tratar de vendérmelos, porque pues no le interesaba venderme pinceles a mí, la verdad. Él me dice, como no, a mí me regalan cosas y solo me piden como que haga propaganda de esto cuando estoy haciendo workshops. Y entonces le dan resto de pinceles y le dan pinturas. ¿Qué pinturas es que les dan? ¿Le dan? Gambling, creo. Eh, me decía, son chéveres. O sea, me decía, mire, ¿para qué tengo? Yo no tengo por qué venderle cosas, porque pues normalmente ellos esperan es que uno le venda cosas es a los estudiantes, pero me decía, créame que son chéveres. La verdad, son muy buenos pinceles. Entonces, confío en él no, la verdad no tiene por qué decirme mentiras.
A ver, dice Jeff Akoff, dice, me gusta cultura auténtica,
Mm.
arquitectura, arte, comida que sea vegana y me
Oh,
gustaría pintar un poco con gouache. Y sí he
oh,
visitado Monserrate. ¿Sabes algo que yo he querido que vayamos a hacer?
no sé, cuéntame.
Em, que de pronto le puede interesar a Jeff. En el jardín botánico,
Sí,
yo quiero visitar el nuevo tropicario
sí.
que se ve espectacular. Entonces, si de pronto, yo no creo que, ¿será que a uno lo dejan entrar con gouache en la
De,
maleta?
de
Como
pronto,
hacerse a
si
un
uno dice si
ladito.
puede uno hacer como boceticos en una bitácora, de pronto.
Sí, porque el tropicario, uy, no sé, o sea, veo fotos y es como, tengo que ir, míralo, que es
Sí,
así
está muy bonito.
y es así, mira, como,
Sí, qué bonito.
sí, sí, sí. Entonces,
Podemos ir
de
cuando
pronto eso,
volvamos.
cuando volvamos, sí. Eh,
Pero es que yo comida, la verdad es que yo comida, es que en Colombia, pues no, seguramente sí hay muchos restaurantes veganos. O sea, sin duda tiene que haber. Lo que pasa es que la tradición de Colombia no es que sea vegana. O sea, acá se come mucha carne, mucho pollo, o sea, carne en todos los cortes de carne, todo. O sea, se
ujú.
come toda la parte de la vaca realmente. Em, bueno, en Bogotá voy a centrarme, porque en otras partes de Colombia se come muchísimo pescado, por ejemplo. Pero, pero sí, los platos normalmente siempre son fritos o con, o sea, está
Pero como de pronto la comida
alguna
típica.
papa, alguna yuca. O sea, siempre hay como 8 harinas en un plato de Colombia y siempre hay carne. Entonces, yo no sabría si hay alguien acá vegano, de pronto colombiano, y pues bogotano, porque creo que va a venir esa Bogotá. Si nos puede sugerir como algo que pueda ser típico, porque pues no sé, se puede comer un arroz con patacones y con unas papas criollas y le pueden servir, qué sé yo, no sé, un cubio, no sé, es que no sé qué le pueden servir.
Pero debe haber como modificaciones, digamos, de
Sí,
ajiaco vegano.
sí, sí,
Eh,
pero es que él dice que quiere comer algo tradicional, pero vegano. Entonces
sí.
yo creo que es como difícil, o sea, lo tradicional no es vegano, no va a ser vegano realmente.
Bueno, acá estoy viendo como un review de una persona
Sí,
que dice, una vegetariana probando comida típica en Andrés Carne de Res, que igual el nombre es carne de res,
sí,
pero pues supongo que
que
tienen
debe haber allá
versiones.
platos, sí.
Ujú. A ver, yo quiero ver si hay ajiaco vegano Bogotá.
Pues sí, le echan tofu o le echan quién sabe qué.
Mm, bueno, pero este es empacado en una panadería que es muy rica que se llama Brot.
Sí,
Venden un ajiaco vegano. Mm,
¿qué puede comerse? Mazamorra paisa. Ah, no,
no, leche, panela y
Fuck.
queso, sí.
Tampoco puede tener nada de leche ni nada de nada. Eh, que
Pero además, a ver, dijo arquitectura, arte,
una,
comida, vegan y me gustaría pintar un poco con gouache.
sí,
Entonces, comida estamos buscando. Pintar con gouache, pues lo que yo decía del tropicario en el jardín botánico, creo que sería chévere. Toca antes consultar si lo dejan a uno entrar a hacer como un gouache ahí.
sí.
Pero pues me parecería bonito y sería como un buen lugar para hacer como una pinturita, como un plein air ahí.
Es que estaba pensando, pero es que le tocaría decir que no le echaran, bueno, no en
¿Qué?
todos los sitios le echan como una costilla, pero un cuchuco de maíz.
Pero es que, ¿sabes qué pasa? Que lo cocinan con el hueso,
Sí, es que acá es muy berraco, jue madre.
muy
Qué pena.
berraco,
Sí.
sí.
Pero es que porque un cuchuco es delicioso, pues es una
Sí,
sopita
a mí
así
me encanta.
campesina deliciosa. Pero es que acá un caldo tiene ya carne, un caldo ya le echaron un hueso como para que tuviera sabor. Entonces la veo complicated.
Eh, restaurantes
Ay,
veganos,
¿sabes
a
qué?
ver.
Si estuviera Gabriela Pérez Gil, a ver si la podemos
Ay,
invocar, porque yo sé que ella es, no sé si vegana o vegetariana,
sí, 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 de
pero
pronto.
ella es una de las dos. Creo que es vegetariana, pero ella de pronto nos podría decir si hay algo chévere por ahí.
Sí.
Invoquémosla así como. A ver si Gaby
Mm,
se aparece y nos dice.
a ver. eh, ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? Eh,
Pues pintar estaría más, o sea, si quiere pintar, o sea, aquí no es común ver gente pintando en las calles, es la verdad, esa es la verdad. Pero no quiere decir que de pronto no puede ir al Parque Nacional a pintar o al Simón
ujú,
Bolívar a pintar.
sí, sí,
O
sí.
sea, podría ir allá a sentarse a pintar y no tendría por qué tener problema.
O como a la Candelaria,
Mm,
¿no?
sí, sí, sí. Lo ideal sería como algo que tuviera un cafecito como con una vista y se pone a
Sí,
pintar. O sea, si
exacto.
va a la Candelaria y se mete como a un cafecito y
Es
de
que
pronto
por
está
eso yo
pintando
decía que lo del
adentro,
jardín botánico puede ser, o sea, si uno lleva su
puede ser.
libreta y lleva gouache y se sienta y
O
pinta,
alguien que lo sacara como a la sabana. O sea,
también súper
si lo
lindo.
llevan a Sopó y paran en un sitio y él quiere pintar las montañas, súper bonito. O a Guatavita y quiere pintar la laguna.
Sí.
O sea, ahí sí puede sentarse. O al Neusa, ahí sí puede sentarse y pintar, tranquilo. Ahí no va a pasar nada.
A ver, cosas de, estaba buscando cosas en Bogotá, como de arquitectura, que yo creo que
Ajá.
mi papá podría ayudarnos con eso, pero debe estar trabajando. Entonces, acá dice,
Bueno, sí, pero es que si él fue a Monserrate es muy probable que haya conocido, o sea, no están pero pues están cerquita,
sí, pero pues
más o
dice,
menos.
Plaza de Bolívar,
Sí, por eso estoy pensando que ya estuvo en la Candelaria.
el Museo Santa Clara,
Estoy pensando que de pronto estuvo.
Biblioteca Virgilio Barco.
La Virgilio Barco es bonita, pero
Sí,
pues, o sea,
como arquitectura es muy bonita,
sí,
pero es
toca
como
es
una,
pasar ahí al lado. Si va a
sí,
pintar en el parque de pronto, entonces ya ahí le queda cerquita.
sí. Centro Cultural Gabriel García Márquez.
Ese queda en la Candelaria.
Sí.
Sí.
Mm, Iglesia de San Francisco.
Eso también queda por allá.
em, la Luis Ángel Arango.
También. O sea, todo es en el centro.
Universidad Nacional.
Bueno,
eh, Centro de Convenciones Agora. No tengo ni idea qué
no
es
sé
eso,
qué es
perdón.
eso.
Edificio Avianca. No.
Pues es caminar por ahí, por la Jiménez y ver toda esa.
El Mambo.
Qué rico mambo.
Pero es que acá son muy chistosos porque, digamos, dicen las torres del parque. Y uno sabe que las torres del parque son como súper famosas
Pero,
por lo que son de Salmona, pero uno llega al frente y es como, ah,
pues es un edificio, son unos
sí,
edificios y ya.
claro, si uno ve como fotos de la vista aérea, pues son
Sí,
divinas,
pero por ahí, o sea,
pero,
por
pues sí,
ahí
pero es que es como que uno
seguramente,
diga, imagínate uno decir, tengo un día y llega uno al frente de las torres del parque y es como,
no, pues bueno, pero ahí puede conocer, o sea, ahí ya todo ese sitio de la Macarena es bonito,
ujú,
ahí puede comer, hay resto de restaurantes. Ah, bueno, ahí debe haber algún restaurante.
con comida típica y vegano, yo sí creo.
Ese de en donde comimos, el que es de Leo, ella que acabó de ganarse, yo no sé qué, una chef de las chefs más famosas del mundo, la mejor chef del mundo o algo así, se ganó ella. ¿Cómo se llama el restaurante de ella allá en la
Eh,
Macarena?
porque ya tiene varios que se llaman restaurante Leo. Leo, a ver, restaurantes Leonor Espinosa busqué.
Allá, por la
Em,
Veintipicho, por ahí por la...
Leonor Espinosa, Macarena. Sí, Leo,
Sí,
se llama
ese,
Leo.
recomendémosle ese. Allá
Leo,
tiene que haber un plato vegano. Tiene que, estoy
sí.
100% seguro. ¿Tú te acuerdas que comimos allá? Yo me acuerdo un pescado, ¿no es cierto?
Yo me acuerdo que ella estaba,
Sí.
se sentó como al lado de nosotros y tú, Leo, deliciosa la comida. Y
Ay,
yo
pues
decía,
qué...
Nicolás, y ella como, pero fue súper amable, la
Sí,
verdad.
sí, sí.
Ella como,
Ay,
ay, muchísimas gracias,
debe
que
oír eso,
disfruten.
debe oír eso todo el tiempo.
Pues sí, pero yo pensé que tú ibas a hacer como más, o sea, hablaste como cuando ahorita le dijiste Bob a Bob Esponja.
¿Pero y qué
Ay,
le iba a
mira.
decir? ¿Pedir el teléfono?
No, no, pues
No.
no, lo que digo es que hablaste como con una cercanía,
Ah,
como
pero
Leo, qué pena, qué
bueno.
delicia de comida, óyeme.
Pues sí, no, de pronto uno tiene que decirle chef, o de pronto sí, de pronto como si uno conociera a un artista, uno le dice maestro o maestra.
No, 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 a mí
Eh,
me pareció tierno y ella la
Mucho
verdad
gusto.
fue lo máximo. A ver, dice Jeff Acuff dice, estaba mirando al jardín botánico y no soy muy estricto con la comida porque es muy difícil en América Latina encontrar vegano por todos los lugares. Ustedes no necesitan buscar restaurantes para mí, yo puedo usar Google Maps y caritas felices. Y dice, La Candelaria, perfecto, gracias por todas estas ideas y corazoncitos.
pero recomendémosle ese en
Sí,
particular es muy bueno.
Leo,
Sí,
Leo, sí. Sí, se
ella,
le olvidó, no, que es más fácil recordar Leo que Leonor Espinosa.
sí, ella es una chef muy, muy famosa. Y creo que ganó, pon ahí una noticia,
¿Qué
ella
mejor
ganó algo.
chef?
Mejor chef de algo,
Ya te digo.
del barrio.
Colombia's Leonor Espinosa has received the world's best female chef award from the world 50 best restaurants.
There we go, so that's something.
Yeah, best female chef. Entonces, mejor chef del mundo. Iba a decir mejor chef colombiana, no sé por qué.
Charro que, ¿se te hace charro que sea mejor chef mujer? No sé, es que pues es
Hmm.
una chef, o sea, es una dura. Pero seguramente es como todo, como en las artes, también las artes culinarias, que pues a las mujeres les ha tocado distinto. Entonces sí está bien hacer esa diferenciación, pero yo creo que, o sea, si ella es una chef, debe ser, o sea, igual de buena a cualquier chef hombre, ¿no? No, no es como, ay, y la categoría como así B. No, no sé, bueno, me voy a callar.
Em, dice Margo Delgado, me encanta la cocina italiana cuando estábamos hablando de pasta. Em,
La cuchina.
Cucina del cuoco. Cucina del cuoco.
Mm.
I'm sorry, because I remember that Fer told me, like, Danny, I have to be super honest. Not that accent.
Oh yeah, don't push the Italian.
I just love it.
I know,
I
I
would
know.
just, because I feel that I'm not being as terrible with my
A
pronunciation
little bit.
when I try to do the effort. But yeah, Fer was like, no, trust me. And I was like, no, but it's not that bad. And she just like, because it was yesterday that we were eating the French fries, and I said something. And it was super funny because she grabbed my arm
Yeah.
and she was like, no,
No,
please,
please.
no.
I love
So I
that
was like,
she's
okay.
offended like she's Italian.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
But
she
she
was
was like,
like,
please.
don't talk like that and don't do this.
Yeah.
Don't. Although you're going to see
No, but
Italians
I'm not going to do.
gesture all the time. Like that's not a stereotype. That is like truth.
Mm-hmm.
There's a ton of gesturing going on. But and they sound like they're mad, but they're not really mad. Like they're totally okay. They're super nice.
You know what happens is that here in Colombia specifically,
Yeah.
we talk super sweet.
Yeah, we are very.
So we're used to a very sweet talk, even with strangers.
Yeah.
So we approach a strange in a sweet way, because that's how we understand being polite. But that doesn't mean that that's the way that everyone talks.
No,
I mean,
not
I've
at
met
all.
a lot of people that are super, like apparently super cold, but
Yeah.
they're not. I
no,
mean,
no, no. It's just their way of like. It's like this is how I sound when I'm super comfortable.
yeah, 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 yeah. So, because I've even heard, I remember when my sister was living in the U.S.
Yeah.
She told me that at the beginning everyone told her that she was being like that they were okay because they've met a lot of people from different places of the world, but that it was weird how kind she was sometimes, and she
Yeah.
was like, what? Because I mean, I think that happens to me too. Like
Yeah.
sometimes people even feel like, wow, why is she being so close to me
Yeah.
in the way she talks to me, or like the way she interacts with me, because they're not used to because of their culture. But here, that's the way we are.
I think
So
the way we speak is the equivalent of like putting your arm around somebody.
yeah,
And maybe it could be a total stranger, but we kind of approach people like in a super warm way.
yeah.
You know who's like that? I was really surprised. Like people in Sao Paulo,
Mm-hmm.
they were so warm, like
Mhm.
so warm, like
Yeah.
from the start, like immediately. That is very comfortable for us. Like I actually feel when people are like that, Colombians usually feel, oh great,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
oh
yeah.
this is great.
Yeah.
And but I was so pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh, I understand this.
Yeah, because that's the way you learn to interact with people.
Right. So
'Cause
so they
sometimes-
can like they put the arm on your back
That's
and
what
they
I was going to say. Sometimes you're even like in a restaurant and the chef can approach and be like, hey, how is it?
yeah,
And they
yeah,
just
yeah.
touch your arm.
Yeah.
And I think that in a different culture,
Oh, sometimes
people
like
would
personal
be like,
space.
oh my God. Yeah.
Personal space.
Yeah, I even remember a friend that I had in the university. She went to Japan to to do an exchange.
Oh, that's like
And
but
I remember
that's
she
the
was
extreme though.
telling us that it was super I'm trying to remember everything perfectly, but I think she told us that it was like that she couldn't believe that in public transportation it was packed but no one touched with each other. And she was like, you don't understand. It's like the bus braked
Yeah.
and no one touched. Like
So-
no one even touched.
So they're probably going through like an enormous amount of effort to
And I was like,
like hold their spot.
yeah, sometimes here you even see people that fall asleep
Oh, they'll fall asleep on your
on
shoulder.
your shoulder. Yeah, it's
or
not
sometimes
that cool,
to prevent
but
a lady from falling, you have to grab her from the butt, and she's like, "Oh, thank you."
yeah. But I mean, the bus breaks and you just like touch with your shoulder, or
Everyone.
your arms.
Oh, we're
everyone.
all a family in a bus.
Yeah, but in different cultures, the touching means like a different intimacy level.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So, yeah. But I don't remember what I was trying to say when I get
Well,
into
you
this.
got there somewhere.
Yeah.
You got
Well,
somewhere.
I got into a conversation, so.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Mm. Oh, no. Fer.
Okay.
Fer telling me that don't do that accent.
Yes.
And I think that that's also my way of being like super appreciative
Yeah.
of being there. Like
Yeah.
that's my way of showing excitement. Like trying my best to try to speak the language, even if I don't know the language. Like, that's my way of showing respect, which is very weird because I not only have to think in the way I would give someone my admiration, but the way they would receive it. Because maybe
Right.
I'm trying to show them that I'm happy to be there, and for them, it's going to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
So, yeah, traveling is cool because you just expand a lot
Oh,
your
you learn
world.
that the
You just
world is a
learn
very big
exactly
place. Yeah.
how different people are and how the place you're born uh, shapes you in such a different way that it would shape you if you were born in a completely different place.
Yeah.
So,
And that it's not a good excuse to just say, well, back home, what I do is this. It's like, no, but you're not back home.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I even remember my aunt.
Yep.
She's living in Spain since a lot of years ago, maybe 20 years ago or more.
That's
And
that's a lot.
yeah, that's a lot. And I remember that she told us that when she was there at the beginning, she entered into a store to buy some shoes. And here we say me regalas, but I think we've talked about this,
Yeah,
no?
I think so.
Yeah.
If you want to
No,
say
no, no,
it
no.
again.
No, I mean, we say like can I have this for free, but it's a kind way of saying can you hand me this? But it's not like you're going to give it for free. You're still going to buy it. But you say can you, like a way of saying can you pass me that translates to can you give me this for free? And she said that and she was kicked out of the store. And she was like, no, but I'm going to pay. And they were like, no, 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 no. No, don't come with that. So it's just funny how,
But that's also how we
oh,
learn.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
how
yeah.
also how everyone learns.
Yeah, but it's
Like,
funny
oh, I
how,
can't say it like that.
yeah, but trying to be polite, because that's trying to be polite here. Because you're just trying not to interrupt the person, but you're telling them, me regalas tal cosa. So,
Sí.
so yeah. So, um, a ver qué dicen por acá. La Julia, cuando estaba diciendo lo de actuación, dice, cuando fui profesora en mi colegio, estuve en un grupo de actuación de los profes un buen rato y luego
Julia.
impro. Y ahí fue que conocí bien a Andrés, mi ahora esposo. Solo eso en realidad, pero me parece muy chévere el tema. Y dice, los mexicanos también me parece que son así, muy cercanos desde el principio.
Sí,
Sí,
sí.
sí, sí. Marcelo Peralta was saying, I was about to say that in Brazil, we also think that being sweet is being polite. There is a backlash to this as people feel intimidated to say no to requests, fearing they're considered rude.
Mm.
But I even think that sometimes that happens here.
Yeah. I think that's a universal thing though. That people, they associate no with disrespect, so it's a journey to try to empower yourself to say no when you really want to say no.
Mm, Edley Ra Creations was saying hi and all the best for you. You have made a great job. And clapping hands and some how do you say tréboles?
Well, clover, but it's how do you call them in shamrocks? So
Okay,
is it a
that.
four leaf?
4 and 3.
Okay.
And mariquita. How do you call
Ladybug.
a ladybug? Marcelo Peralta, when we were talking about San Antonio, was saying San Antonio e o santo casamenteiro.
Oh, wow. So this is
People
like
pray to him to get married.
this is everywhere.
But it's weird because, I mean, in Brazil, San Antonio, the saint of getting married.
Yeah.
In Spain, according to Margot, San Antonio is the saint of prohibited or impossible loves. So, not quite the same.
No, or you're hoping that a forbidden love turns into a marriage.
Yeah. Uh, Liad was saying his name Dresden after the Dresden Files, an urban fantasy series. He's a wizard.
Oh, I don't know that.
Mm. And Marcelo, talking about San Antonio, was saying they buy a statue of him holding a baby Jesus,
Yeah.
and then they steal the baby from him and only give it back after they find a partner.
What?
What?
The baby Jesus in the one that my mother has in her house is detachable. So yeah, that would work.
Mm. Marcelo Peralta was also saying others will put him in the freezer or
What?
upside down. It's not really a prayer, it's more of a shakedown. Manu Martínez Puente dice: Hola, ¿qué tal?
Hola, Manu.
Hola, Manu, ¿cómo estás? Sergi Arts dice: Soy valenciano, jaja, pero tienen Skoda en la tienda, sí. Me gustaría probar los de Da Vinci, pero creo que esos los tendré que pedir por internet.
Sí, Da Vinci Maestro, supongo son italianos. ¿Buscas, Lindita, a ver de dónde son, de
Ya
qué
voy.
compañía? Porque
Mm,
sabes que no tengo así la certeza, la verdad. Ay, güey,
¿Qué pasó?
estoy cogiendo negro cuando quiero es tierra.
A ver qué dice. Made in Germany.
¿Ah, sí?
Yeah. Maestro designates the Da Vinci factory's highest quality. Kolinsky Red Sable. Blah, blah, blah. Made in Germany in Da Vinci's Green Factory.
What's the company's
Mm,
name?
but I don't know. Wait.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's only that one.
I didn't know. I mean,
Well, it says Da Vinci artist brushes made in Germany.
wow, no, I didn't know that.
So it says Da Vinci brushes are manufactured in a long line of family tradition based on the rich treasure of experience the brush factories in Nuremberg, Germany have had for
What?
many generations.
What? It's kind
Mm,
of funny. Weird for a German company to call a brush Da Vinci. I would have thought they would have
well,
gone with like a Dürer, the
no,
Dürer brushes.
yeah, but maybe it was their favorite painter.
They're still German.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm not saying they can't appreciate Da
you could
Vinci, but
call a brand Rembrandt,
yeah,
and it's a Colombian brand.
yeah,
So
but you know, but Talents, where was Talents originally? It
wait,
was Dutch.
mm,
No?
a ver,
Now it's like English or something like that. No, Talents is Dutch.
talents origin.
No, Talents Company, like
Company.
es Talents, así como
Sí,
suena.
sí, sí.
Talents como suena.
Mm, no, no me aparece.
No, ¿la compañía no te aparece?
O sea, no me aparece de dónde son. Talents Art Company. Dutch company.
Yeah, so it's Dutch. So
Apeldoorn.
right, so it makes sense that their fine grade of paint. It's their artist, quote unquote, artist grade of paint is Rembrandt, and their student grade of paint it's Van Gogh. So they are going local.
Jose Fail said, "Hi
Jose
everyone,
fails.
blessed to be here."
Oh, that's
Hey
very
Jose,
nice.
Jose, but I want to know the weather report.
Yeah.
We're missing the Vegas weather report, please, 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 please. Pedro Núñez dice, hola guapa y guapo colombianos,
No,
qué bonita
Pedro.
pintura.
Pedro, no empiece, por favor. Me
Eh,
hace sentir incómodo. O cómpreme una cerveza si me va a decir eso.
cerveza, te fuiste.
¿Con Pedro? Sí, sí.
Geo Saski, Ojeo Saski dice, ¿me puedes decir cómo pintas tan bien con pinturas?
Pues no sé, me sentí re incómodo con la... No, pues no sé, ya llevo pintando mucho tiempo.
Sí, pues
Y
muchas gracias.
mucho tiempo, sí, muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Llevo pintando mucho tiempo y también creo que uno pinta bien cuando uno no cree, cuando uno pinta mucho tiempo y cree que todavía no sabe nada.
Guayo Godínez dice, hola, hola. I
Guay.
hope I'm not... ¿What?
No, iba a decir guayo. Grande guayo.
Pero
Qué
hablaste como
pena.
argentino.
No importa, no importa.
Hola, hola. I hope I'm not too late. I will rewatch this live. The painting looks really great.
Thank you,
Gracias,
gracias.
Guayo.
Gracias, guayo.
A Guayo le vamos a responder en español para que practique el español,
Siempre, sí.
que nos dijo que tenía que practicar. Entonces,
Sí.
este es el lugar. Julia Tobar dice, estaba viendo una historia de Instagram de Gaby Pérez y está de paseo con Kimchi, entonces creo que no aparecerá por acá, jaja.
Esa paloma de Gaby.
Oye, ¿y uno cómo pasea con una paloma?
Ella se la pone en la cabeza. Es una cosa.
A ver.
Sí, es una. Gaby es un ser humano muy particular.
A ver.
Y obviamente tenía que dar con una paloma que quisiera ser em, mascota. Entonces, pues. Ella se la pone en la cabeza y además le pone un pañal, supongo para que no se le cague en la cabeza. Entonces es todo un personaje.
A ver, yo busco. Ay, sí.
Sí,
Literalmente dice, nos vamos a la primera salida de Kimchi y la tiene en la cabeza.
No, yo la he visto, ella ya la ha sacado harto.
Es que, ¿sabes a mí qué me pasa? A mí no me salen todas las
No,
historias.
que digo que si ella dice la primera, no, yo he visto a Gaby sacar
Pues de
hartas veces
pronto
a la
salida
paloma.
es como primer viaje.
O el primer viaje
¿A hotel?
del, de donde ellos viven, pues la sacó del municipio. Que se me olvida dónde es que vive Gaby, en Cota, no, ella vive es más afuera.
Jeff Akoff was saying, I agree, Danny. It shows your enthusiasm for the language. It opens doors and puts people at ease. The thing is that, you know what I was thinking some days ago, Nicolas?
What was that?
Nicolas Zero.
What is that?
That, um, I mean, I thought I was gonna go to Rome
Yeah.
in 2020.
Okay, so your
We
mindset.
are. No. We are in 2022,
Okay.
and I haven't done any new Duolingo level since 2019, when I thought I was gonna go to Rome. So I'm just feeling disappointed with myself because I only know how to say La ragazza mangia la mela.
Yeah, but I always tell
So-
myself like, oh, I'm going to practice a little bit more, so every time I do this workshop, I'm a little bit better. And I never do.
But
Never
I think
do.
it's kind of different because you have Fer and you've been learning while she's learning because you can do homeworks with her and you understand. Like I even know that you sometimes read a chapter and she reads a chapter. I couldn't do that. I mean, you understand. That's the difference. I downloaded Duolingo and I did 2 days of Duolingo. So I could have done better.
You could do, oh no, you need internet for that.
To do Duolingo there?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
but I'm gonna buy
No. I was going to say like in the plane, like we have a really long
Mm.
plane ride.
But maybe. Look, I just opened Duolingo and the first thing is we missed you.
Yeah.
Long time no see.
Yeah. Try to do, put the first exercise, like put,
So, start rehearsal.
okay.
Ay.
Okay, that one's
El
easy.
ragazzo bebe l'acqua. So, el chico bebe.
Uh-huh.
No, pero espérate porque entonces es el con mayúscula chico. Bebe el agua.
That's good. Perfect.
Yeah.
See, you're good. You're done.
Yeah.
Done for the
Agua,
day.
azúcar. So, agua, zucchero.
Zucchero. Zucchero.
Zucchero. Zucchero.
Yeah.
Yeah. Louis
Hmm.
mangia una
Oh,
mela.
articles.
So, él
Oh.
come una manzana.
Hmm.
I mean,
You're good.
yeah, I'm good.
You're good to
Again, I'm in the mela
go.
chapter.
I have, yeah.
So I'm just gonna go for gelato di
Yeah, the
mela.
bad thing about Duolingo is that you're doing that, and at some point, it's like, oh my God, we're having full on conversations.
Yeah.
Like, when did this happen?
Yeah, because I'm in gelato de mela.
Gelato de mela?
Suco di mela. That's it. I mean, mela with mela. So, I don't know why again we were cleared with the weird bots we get,
Yeah.
and now we're getting more.
Oh, we must be doing something right.
Margo Delgado dice, los pinceles Van Gogh, los Winsor Newton y los Rembrandt de Talents son bastante buenos y yo los consigo aquí. Pedro Núñez dice, jaja, encantado y una carita feliz. O sea, que te van a invitar a una cerveza.
Sí, me la debe.
Julia Tovar dice, Cota yo, Gaby Cajicá.
Eso eres. Eso.
Guayo dice, oh sí, muchas gracias. Jeff Akoff said, Talents is Dutch. Apeldoorn, Netherlands. Oh.
Did we order anything? Oh, okay. So, well, Danny rushes to get her something that she ordered. Let's see how we've been doing here. So, super graphic portrait, if you really think about it. There's nothing terribly complex about this portrait. It's more about nice, big, kind of crisp shapes of light, and very, very nice, powerful, almost like overarching shapes of shadow and darkness that are like super, super cool to like follow and to leave open so that the portrait has some sense of unity also. So that happens here with the hair kind of flowing into the background. Up here happens here. That's why we left the edges just very nice and open. Happens with the underplane of his chin and the shadow that it's casting on his neck. So all of that is kind of becoming one nice mask. There's little changes in value and subtle changes of hue, and then finishing in this very geometric shape that is are his shoulders. Are you okay?
I almost fell down from
Okay.
the chair. But
What did you get? That sweater?
no,
Oh.
I got one for me, one for you.
Oh, for me?
Yes.
What is that? A charger?
The
Oh,
cable,
thank
'cause-
you.
Yeah, our cable is
Yeah, our
broken.
cables are so mangled.
And I was afraid that maybe I don't know if yours,
mine can
mine-
take a couple more months, I feel.
but the thing is that mine sometimes works, sometimes it does not work.
Okay.
So I wanted to be sure that
Oh,
we
you're
would
very
have
nice. Thank you for that.
Battery.
No, thank you. Thank you
There.
for that, Danny Alira.
No. My pleasure, Kokiro. I have to see the replay of how I almost fell because I tried to
this was
live. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm always in camera, so there's always an evidence of.
No.
the
I was
things
going
I
to say
do
that it was
wrong.
it was that evident that you were going to fall.
I was trying to put my arm
Yeah.
in the arm rest,
Yeah.
and I missed.
Oh, nice.
So I slide.
Smoothed.
Yeah. Patricio Juárez dice, hey Danny and Nicolás. Nico, can you explain how you're using skin tone temperatures on the different parts of the face. I'm intrigued at how n- nuanced your use of color is. Awesome as always.
Can you give me definition of nuanced? I
Eh,
think that's beyond my
¿Sí se
vocabulary.
dice
So
así o lo pronuncié mal?
no, Oh,
Se escribe.
nuanced,
No, oh, I'm
nuanced.
sorry.
Oh, thank you. No, no, no,
I'm sorry.
no, 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 no.
Because you
Uh,
said give me the definition, so
no, I
I
thought it was a
knew that I
word.
was
No, I
wrong.
thought it was a no, 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 no. I thought it was a word that I didn't know, that I wasn't familiar with, and that's
No.
totally fine. No, I don't know if nuanced is the right way to describe my understanding of color. I think I have a very I think I have a very limited understanding of color, but it's very deep understanding of that, of that little bit of knowledge that I have. So I think that as a path of, within painting, I have chosen to concentrate a lot on very little. I think that I would describe myself as that sort of painter. Because if you really give me a very broad palette, chances are that I don't know if I'm going to use that palette, or if I'm going to be able to put to use like the options that are available to me in that palette. I don't think I would be the person that exhibits the breadth of possibilities in that palette. There's certainly other people that are far far better colors than I am. But what I have decided, as again, as a painter, and I am happy because I have been truthful, very truthful to my sensibility. So I'm not forcing anything, and I know I'm not being content with anything. I'm literally working within the range um, of sensible stimuli that I understand and that moves me and that I know that I respond to. So, having said that, I'll say that my decisions in terms of color have always responded to knowing, to first of all knowing myself, to first of all saying what sort of painter do I want to be, and and what can I use, like what colors or what palette, or what color relationships coming from what palette can I put to use so that the painter that I want to be is clearly exhibited, very clearly. Like, there's no doubt of what type of painting I want to make and what type of painter I want to be when you look at my paintings. I hope so. Now, that is very different from all of us. Very different. Like vastly different for all of us. I think a person that would be like, if I had chosen a primary color palette and I'm painting every single day with a primary color palette, and I speak about its benefits and the wonderful choices that can be made when painting with a primary color palette, and somebody else uses it and says, this is horrible, this is terrible because I can't paint the paintings that I want to paint with this palette, then all that is saying is not that the palette is horrible. All that is saying is that that person chose another palette. That person would be better off by choosing another palette. That's all it says. Like, there's nothing, good or bad about a palette in the same way that there's nothing good or bad about a color or color choices. When if we speak about the benefits of a primary color palette or a Zorn color palette, if we are like trying to sell that palette to somebody like Salmantour, for example, Salmantour is just an absolute genius of a paint. I love his paintings. I think Danny really likes his paintings too.
Yes.
He's probably one of our favorite contemporary painters, and they've been really, I think, thankfully, they've been really pushing him as a figure, as a young figure in painting, in contemporary figurative painting, and it just feels right. It feels like somebody that's that talented should be somebody who's pushed. But if you give him that palette, if you say, hey, you should paint with Zorn, because no, it doesn't make sense, because he paints with that green, that cadmium green, or I have no idea what the green, what green he uses, because I very rarely buy green pigments. But I know that I've never bought a, anything that makes the green that he paints with. That I know for sure. And it wouldn't make sense to try to convince him that his path should be one that is influenced by a four-color Baroque palette. I mean, we shorthand say Zorn, but that's just a very, very simplified way, almost like oversimplified way of speaking about a very bare bones Baroque, high Renaissance and Baroque palette, because that's what it is, really, painting with four colors. It doesn't quite speak about Zorn. It probably speaks way more about dozens of Baroque painters and high Renaissance painters more than it speaks about Zorn. The thing is, it was nice to see Zorn kind of rediscover its value through at that time, a contemporary, lens. But there's no, like, what I was trying to get to is to say that the choices that you make here, they're not good or bad. Like, I don't know if I could look at somebody's palette and say, oh my God, what are you doing? Because what does that mean? Like, maybe what are you doing means that I don't see how I could do a painting with those colors. But maybe when they do a painting, they are like teaching me. And this would be like a super kind of academic opportunity to shut me up. They are teaching me that, yeah, it doesn't work for you, but dude, my palette was never meant to work for you. The efforts in trying to find my palette was always an effort in trying to search for something that works for me. It's not meant to work for you. You're not meant to just say, oh, what are you painting with? Okay, these colors, I'm going to buy them, and then I'm going to take them home, and I'm going to realize, like we always do when we have new painting teachers, that we can't use the colors that they do in the same way that they do. And it's because the need to use those colors hasn't been born yet in us. So we're never going to understand that. It's always going to seem foreign. So that I would say about my color use. My color use, I don't know if it's like, I don't know how good I am in terms of color, but what I do know is I think of myself as a very solid, fundamental painter. That I do think of myself. Just fundamentally solid. So if you give me very little, I can, work my butt off to try and make very little seem like a lot. That I think it's like fundamental painting. For example, I remember, I don't know if Pedro is still here. Is Pedro still here? So maybe
Sí.
Danny, let us know if.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so I remember when I went to Madrid to do my workshop, and Pedro was there. Pedro's palette is the craziest palette I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I think he went to an art store and bought one of each. One of each. Give me everything, he
Was
said.
it like 30 colors?
I think he had done very well doing concept work for, I have no idea, Blizzard somewhere. I don't know. And he had just gotten paid, and he said one of each. Like it's like the equivalent of you going into a bar and just buying everyone a drink.
Pedro is saying no.
Pedro had oranges that I've never seen, violets that I've never seen, greens that I've never seen. Craziness. But the thing is, when he painted, like, if you gave me Pedro's palette, I would have fainted. I would have been like, I have no idea what to do here. Like, I'm going to use 10% of this palette because I don't know how to use the rest of this palette. So, and Pedro, let me know if I'm just exaggerating a little bit, but I know I'm not.
But Pedro is saying, I changed a lot into a very reduced one, dude. I hate that.
But I don't know if Pedro remembers, but that palette was enormous. But what I'm going to say now is that Pedro was very good at managing that palette. Like, when I saw him paint, because he's like insanely talented. When I saw him paint, I was like, oh my God, yeah, he can paint with that. But that's the point. He can paint with that. But I couldn't. I just couldn't. I didn't know how to understand like those many options. And the thing is, there are people out there that can put a ton of colors in there, and they just know how to do. They know how to deal with those things. I don't. So my color theory has always been, I just give me very little and give me time so that I can familiarize myself with very little, with the most that I can do with the very little that you gave me.
So when you were saying it was crazy, Pedro
Yeah.
said a little. And Pedro is saying, but I learned a lot from that. Honest. I do remember I was wrong, really.
No, no, I
Really
wouldn't.
thank you for those days.
No, no, no. I would never say, like, I would never say you were off. And you know how easy it is to say that you weren't, like, it was never like weird to see you with those many colors, because you would paint amazing paintings. So that's the only proof that anyone will ever need about somebody being in control over their palette, is the result. So no, you were doing incredible, incredible. Um, but what I'm trying to get to with this, and I'm sorry, I lovingly used Pedro as an example for this, but because I just remember, first of all, how talented he is, and I just remember his palette, and I think I commented on this palette like when we were there, but um uh we have to make those choices, like somebody else's palette, be it Zorn or be it, I don't know, Richard Schmitz or Jeremy Lipkins or Scott Burdick's or anyone else can tell you, hey, use this. And the truth is, it's like, you don't have to. I mean, I'll give you an example. I remember Sean trying to use raw umber for some of his painting. He doesn't use raw umber. So Sean Cheatham a year ago was using raw umber in doing some of his paintings for the workshop. And he was like, dude, that's such a weird color because, and he started to describe like how different it was from the things that he would normally use, to paint the things that raw umber was offering to him. So he was comparing it to the choices that he would have made if he didn't have raw umber. And it was fascinating because I was like, what? You use those colors like that? Like, in my mind, I would have never, ever thought that those are the mixes that you could use to achieve, what I would say, oh, I would use this and this. And he would be like, oh, really? Because I use this and this and this. And in my mind, I was like, what the hell? Like, how can you paint with that? But how can you paint with that is really a nice way of saying, that's why his paintings look the way they do, and that's why my paintings look the way they do. Like, I was never interested in saturation. I'm always fascinated by people that do it really well. For example, Angela Sung just devours saturation. She adores saturation, and it makes sense that she comes from like a art director, background, and she works in animation industry. Anyone that works, in an industry where you're using color to tell a story, you have to have like the widest range available to you. The most saturated to the most gray.
Muted?
Yeah, muted palette. Perfect. Thank you, Danny.
You're welcome.
But that's not my path. Like that's so not who I am. When I saw the Sickert show, when I saw that Sickert show in Liverpool, I was like, oh, this is me. This is 100% me. This is like one of my people. When I see Goja, black paintings, I go like, this is me. Every time I encounter something gray and something that has heavy atmosphere, that's what I was saying, that one of my favorite paintings at the Met is the Twachtman. And that's why I've always said that if I was born in the late 19th century, I would have never been an impressionist if you had given me the chance to be a tonalist. Never. I would have never in a million years chosen to be an impressionist. Like, people who have said, oh, come out to the light, look at this, is the sun, we have all these pigments that we can carry around, this is wonderful, we can explore the depths of shade, and we can put as much hue and chroma as we want in all of our paintings. I would have been like, yeah, let me stay in my studio and I can paint with grays and I'm super happy. Or I'm just going to go out at dusk and I'm going to be super, super happy. Because that's just the painter that I am. That is the painter that I am. And every single choice that I've made in my palette has been not to get better at just as you know, in dealing with color, but better at trying to reach the painter that I want to be, the painter that I've recognized that I am. Because I think those two things are tied hand in hand. And, you know, we do a lot of exercises here where I'm telling you guys, hey, I'm going to have fun today and I'm going to put these colors out. And I push myself to try and not feel overly uncomfortable when using those colors. But the truth is, like, I realize immediately when I'm doing those exercises that I'm like, yeah, this is not for me. This is like, if I were given a choice, I would have never gone for these colors because it's just not me. It doesn't matter how much like the industry, like the color industry advances and how, you know, how many beautiful pigments they can, you know, throw in my face. I'd be like, no, thank you. I'm good with what I have here. I'm good with these, you know, these older pigments that are, I find them to be incredibly powerful and super faithful. You know, they are gratifying to me. Like if I treat them well, they can give me so much back that I love that. I absolutely adore that. So, yeah. So imagine those choices. Imagine me saying, I mean, I can't be Edwin Dickinson, but there's so much about Dickinson that I love that I want to see if I can understand how to become my own Dickinson and what does it mean to be a tonalist for me nowadays and what sort of painting would I do nowadays. But knowing that in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, I just, you know, I would have loved to be Edwin Dickinson. I would have loved to be able to make these sort of paintings. So, you know, these people, these works of art, they just show me the way to the, you know, to the painter that I want to be. And then I have to be the one that's sensible and intelligent enough. Not intelligent as in having like a high IQ, but intelligent as in saying, how do I get there? And what choices do I have to make to help me get there? And what choices would I make that would really take me, you know, stray me from my path? So I have to be careful that maybe those are super attractive choices, but they're not my own. And they'll never get me close to the painter that I want to be. So how do I get close to, how can I inch my way closer and closer to the artist that I want to be? And that's how you make a palette. Those are the reasons that are the most important ones when you choose, you know, a palette. And then when you make those choices, you start saying, great, you know, and they could be 20 colors or they could be 4. And if you chose 4, you're going to be in a path where you have to say, let's be aware of possibilities. What are the choices that I can make here? But what are the limitations that I can make? What are the traps that I can fall into? What are the shortcomings of this palette? You know, what can I paint and what can't I paint? And I think I've chosen palettes that are terribly limited. I mean, I'll never, you know, if you speak about the like the kind soul that is behind the palette, because it can give so much back to you, it doesn't mean that you could do everything with that palette. You know, when you speak about a palette being like, you know, super grateful to you if you put in like a ton of hard work, that doesn't mean that it can do anything that you want. So I'll give you an example, and I always say this. If I paint with a 4-color palette, if I paint with a white, an earth yellow, I'm sorry, a saturated red, and I don't know if I painted the lens. No.
I think you moved it because it
Okay.
moved
Did I
a little,
paint it?
but I don't know if you. I
I'm
don't
trying to
think
look
it
at it and see if I smudged it. But
No.
anyways, going back, if I paint with a 4-color palette where I'm painting with a white, an earth yellow, I'm sorry, a saturated red, and ivory black, which is very different from old ivory black, but you know, an ivory black or anything adjacent to ivory black, I can't go out and paint like a Soroja with that palette. Like it would be ridiculous to think of myself as a native from Valencia going out in on July to like the beach and trying to paint those emerald greens and like super saturated violet blues. No, you can't paint that. Of course you can't paint that. That's ridiculous to even think that you can paint that. But the fact that you can't paint those things doesn't mean that the palette is bad. Of course not. It just means that those are the limitations of the palette. And you can't expect um, limitations to be equated with a bad palette. No, 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 no. For God's sakes, if we say that, if we start believing that a limited palette or a palette that has limitations is a bad palette, then we are stepping over centuries of painting. Because what did people paint with 600 years ago? Think about that. There was nothing. I was going to say not much, but there was nothing compared to what we have nowadays. And they worked incredibly hard to establish the many rules and like bases that we still respect in contemporary painting. So our origin is one of that is born from limitation. So we can't just say, oh my God, this is a terrible palette for doing this. Of course, it is a terrible palette for doing tons of things. And yet, they were able, what makes them geniuses, is that they were able to identify those limitations and say, we can work around these. We can work around this. We can be intelligent enough to know what we can paint and to know what we can't paint. But we're not going to showcase what we can't paint. That would be stupid. That would be ridiculous. What we are going to do is actually put a spotlight on the things that we can paint. And that's why they were geniuses. So when picking a palette, and I know that I went off into like an enormous tangent, but it's only because I think I'm done. But so it's kind of like a closing argument thing. But when you say like, oh, you're good with color, I would say, I don't know if I'm good with color, but I can tell you that I am very, very familiar with the very few colors that I use. That I do feel is like an integral part of who I am. That I just want to know those few colors so damn well that I'm never really surprised or shocked by the things that I can do with them or the things that I obviously can't do with them, because that's totally fine. I've never seen a palette that you could say, oh my God, it's good for everything. Because even if it was like the broadest palette that you're using just to paint like very muted, grayed out pictures, I would say, okay, yeah, you can use that. You can use this. You have all this like wealth of color, and you're using it to make grays. But honestly, if you're just painting grays, like you could probably paint the same painting, fundamentally the same painting, with like half of that palette. So why buy, all those other colors? So I would say, it's not about buying like all these nice colors and then repeating whatever, painter that you admire does, and then convincing yourself that that feels like your own. It's never about that. It's about coming to, a moment where you can peacefully be with yourself, and you can reflect upon what sort of painter do you want to be, and then say, okay, what are the tools? And tools, it's not just about paint. It's about substrate. It's about brushes. It's about the approach you take, when painting. So what are the tools and what is the practice that I have to follow so that I can slowly get myself close to the painter that I want to be? That's when, color theory comes together with execution, with substrate, with subject matter, with everything. And it gives you a sense of, wow, that person, she knows what she's doing. Like, it makes sense. When I look at their painting, I feel like that's the painting that she wanted to paint. And because that's all you need. It's that certainty, that level of certainty of saying, I don't know this person, but I know she wanted to paint this painting this way. There's no doubt in my mind that those were the choices that she wanted to make. Instead of thinking like, I don't know, this painting seems lacking, or maybe this painting is full of color, but you feel that it was, color that was never under their control. So that would be my very, very long-winded answer, when somebody asks me about color, because I don't really feel that it's just about color. It's also about color that makes sense to you, because nobody can teach you color if it doesn't make sense. Like, Bogota, for example, is a very gray place. Like, we have the mountains right in front of us, the Andean mountains, but it's a very gray green. Like, colors are never going to look like these beautiful kind of high chroma greens. We're never going to have that. We're never going to have like autumn colors, like fall colors when the leaves are falling. No, it's always going to look kind of brownish and ochreish, earthish. Bogota is earthish for sure. It's like silvery. Our light is very silvery, and it just casts that kind of muted tone onto everything. And it's almost like as if the trees know it and the mountains know it and everything knows it. So for me, considering that, I think I am a painter that is pretty much educated by this light. So if you give me greens, I just don't know how to feel about them, because I don't see them in my life. I don't see things that are like, oh my God, look at this beautiful summer day with all these greens. It's like, no, that's not really how that's not what I see when I go out on the street and I walk. I see grays, and I see, a sky could be blue, but there's a certain sharpness to the blue of this sky. It's never like this airiness that you see when you go to, places that have seasons. So it is different. It is very, very different. So I can only be the painter that I can be. And in that sense, I can only choose the palette that I can choose that makes sense with the painter that I am. So, maybe that path of just getting better at color has to do with things that are beyond color, that maybe are in the end are manifested by color. But, getting there is also a path of like self-recognition that, that color is just it's almost like a station you stop in, but then you have to kind of keep going and keep amassing more information and keep trying to make all these other variables also make sense, within your painting practice. Hopefully that makes sense. Because I would have felt I'm cheating you if I said, well, I got good because I started from very few colors and then I slowly added colors until I reached a point where I thought it was enough. That was my short answer. That's the 5-second, version of that question. But I didn't want to. I think I was, if I just repeat that, I think it's too little. So anyways, and I think I'm done because I like it has like a Ramon Casas sort of feel to it, which, Ramon Casas to me is like in the pantheon of like amazing painters in history. So
Pedro Núñez was saying, don't even touch it anymore, Nico. Before you were saying you're gonna stop.
Yeah, thank you.
And Pedro was also saying before that, es espectacular esa pintura, Nicolás, ni la toques ya más.
Además te parece a Pedro, entonces no molestes.
Están
sí.
Conectados.
Sí, sí. No,
pero
es que
bueno,
Pedro es español, entonces yo sí algo, yo siempre he dicho que siento que la historia de la pintura más fuerte y la más linda y la que ha tenido como un desarrollo como, no sé, que ha afectado de manera más bonita a la pintura es la historia de la pintura española. Para mí, o sea, habrá gente que se rompe, pues,
las vestiduras,
se rasga las vestiduras si uno dice eso, y habrá gente que dice, no, tienen que ser los italianos, no, tienen que ser los alemanes, no, tienen que ser los franceses, no, tienen que ser los belgas o los holandeses, los flamencos, pues. Para mí, la más extensa, la más bonita, la más como la pintura más casi que inteligente que ha sabido como apoyarse en todo lo que ha pasado durante toda su historia y generar además como nueva pintura y nueva pintura y nueva pintura, para mí es la española. O sea, a mí no me
Mm,
cabe nunca la duda de eso. Yo creo que nunca voy a cambiar esa postura.
ujú.
Y pues esto tiene, o sea, en esto, no sé, hay como un poquitico. Es que si Ramón Casas estuviera oyéndome de pronto dice, no, pero no sea, o sea, ¿qué le pasa? De pronto se ofende horrible. Pero esa es mi invocación de lo poquito que yo puedo invocar a Ramón Casas, porque pues él es un genio absoluto, pero tiene un poquito, tiene algo de eso. Y me gusta el resto, entonces lo dejamos ahí.
Bueno, so thank you everyone.
Yeah, so that was it.
And again, if you maybe are just joining, we're gonna travel because
Yes.
Nicolas is having a workshop, so
Yes.
we're not gonna be here for some weeks.
Yes. For sure, the
And-
next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see you when we're back.
Yeah, I think we
Remember-
can be back after 2 weeks.
We'll see. Yeah.
I think
Remember, we
I'm going to
have.
push Danny for that. Oh,
I'm gonna
I have
push
visual
back.
correspondence. Jesus Christ, I have visual correspondence.
Yeah.
I'll think about that visual correspondence while I'm in
While you're
Rome,
traveling.
but I won't be able to paint the visual correspondence.
Mhm.
So maybe on that Monday we can have, or maybe we can have Monday off and then do Tuesday through Friday.
We'll see. Yeah. So.
I
No,
love
'cause-
Danny's.
No. I always want to think of the jet lag window.
Oh, Danny,
'Cause-
we're going to have a horrible jet lag when we're getting there. And I'm going to have to teach the very next day. We're going to get there at night.
And I would
And I'm going to have to teach the next day.
And I'm gonna have to eat gelato
The next
With
day you can
a-
go eat. Yeah.
with the jet lag. So
Oh, I think that's going to cure all your ailments.
yeah. So we'll be here
We are.
soon.
Soon, 2
Thank
weeks.
you, everyone. Remember, if you haven't subscribed,
Oh,
click the bell.
yes. And
we
maybe
are missing a few people to get to 30,000.
300,000.
Yeah, no.
No, that's
30,000.
2030.
So it's closer to Fair's dream.
Fair's dream. Remember,
Yeah.
Fair's dream. If you want to make a child happy, 100,000.
1,000,000. Because I think it's gonna be 100, and then she'll
No,
be
a
like,
million. She's like
wait,
spoiled.
no, because she's gonna be
spoiled.
like, wait, this is not the plague the YouTubers I see
Then
get.
we hit her with the plaque on her
No.
head. Like,
I said
shut up,
plague, I'm
ungrateful
sorry.
girl.
So
Yeah, but if and also we always recommend this when we have to do workshops. Maybe you're not familiar with our edited videos.
yeah, we have
So
a
there's
ton
so many videos
of
out there,
content. You
and
can,
maybe you haven't checked every week out, and
Mhm.
so just go. Danny is super cool, and she's made
playlists.
a playlist for every week.
Yeah.
She's also made playlists for the weeks that are
In
for the videos that
Spanish.
are in Spanish. So
Yeah.
she's awesome. So just check those out. Maybe you can
Yeah.
find things that you weren't familiar with and enjoy them.
Maybe you can be like Julia, that sometimes revisit those videos and then comes
Yes.
back and say, "Hey, now I get that joke."
Yeah, and she's be like, "Do you
Now
remember
I
what you
know
said
that
on May
thing."
2020?"
Yeah.
And we're like, "We really
I have
don't."
no idea
Julia.
what we said yesterday.
Something stupid for sure.
Yeah. So
Anyways,
thank you everyone for joining us.
yeah, wish us
And
luck. I'm always a little nervous, a little nervy when I have a workshop. I always feel like I'm going to have
no, you're
nothing to
gonna do
say,
great.
nothing to say, that I'm going to suck, that it's going to be terrible.
No, because I have to say that you're not only an amazing painter, but you're a very, very good teacher.
But I'm
so I
always
think-
nervy.
Yeah,
Always
but
nervous.
that's a good sign, I think.
Maybe.
Because that means that you're not taking things for granted when
maybe.
you do them.
Maybe.
So
But
I
now,
know that you're going to do
now it's my
amazing.
moment where I'm like, I think I'm going to suck. And I saw, I was teaching alongside Sean, and Sean is crazy good. And I'm teaching alongside Hollis, and Jesus Christ, Hollis is like, he's such a good painter.
But again, I don't
I know-
feel
I
that
know.
you're going to get anywhere with comparison
In life,
in
my
life.
dear boy.
No, you're not going
I
to get
know,
anywhere by
I
comparison.
know, I know.
And the people that entered to your workshop,
Yeah,
they
they
entered it because they wanted
you're
want to
right.
take the workshop with
Yeah,
you.
the lesser one. I
So
know,
no,
but
no,
I know.
again, that
Jesus.
self-deprecating thing is
Jesus
not as
Christ.
good.
I
So
know, but it is no. But that's my reaction because I think all of us have that reaction when we meet somebody who's super talented. But my genuine reaction is that we are so lucky to be able to kind of peek and see what Hollis is doing, like what Sean was doing a year ago, and what Hollis is doing now. It is so amazing to watch talented people paint. I mean, it's a gift of life, really. So yeah, I even tell people that are attending my workshop, it's like, oh, when we break, go to the other room and check what they're doing and ask Hollis questions. Like, he's super nice. And,
poor Hollis, maybe he's like, oh my god,
no, he's nice.
he's
He's
always
nice.
sending everyone
No.
here.
He's super, super nice.
I
So,
know, because we met him in Menorca and he was super
yeah.
nice.
He's very nice.
So yes, thank you everyone.
So we'll see you in 2 weeks.
We'll see you soon.
In 2 weeks.
Subscribe
For sure.
and revisit our edited videos.
In 2 weeks, we'll do the next
We'll
24-hour
see you.
stream.
No.
Hell yeah.
That for sure, no.
The night we get here, that's the night we start with a 24-hour stream.
So thank you everyone. And
The
thank
lag
you for
fest.
your good wishes
Yes.
for our trip, because I'm seeing a lot of messages.
Oh,
so
that's
thank
nice.
you everyone. You're
Nice.
always super kind. We'll miss you and we'll be here soon.